much like they did on the bye last year, and say, okay, where are we? Take a realistic assessment of what we can and cannot do, and started
Giants game day. Moody's is a proud partner of the New York Giants, uniting the brightest minds to turn today's risks into tomorrow's opportunities. Learn more at Moody's.com. We welcome in the sideline reporter for the Giants Radio Network, former Giants tight end, Howard Cross. Howard, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, guys. How are you doing?
All right, another great weather night for you down there, Howard. You've been drawing up aces here with your sideline assignments. It's a juiced-up crowd, a lot of former Giants down there. It's a great atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool atmosphere. I think they're honoring the 2007 and the 2011 teams. So a lot of fans are here. You see Eli Manning, a lot of the players from both teams are here, standing on the sidelines, kind of doing a little reminiscing, walking down memory lane. So, very exciting moment.
Howard.
Yes.
You can hear me good?
Absolutely.
All right, good. I couldn't hear myself. So I'm looking around right now, man. It looks amazing on the field right now. But let's talk about Kayvon Thibodeau's absence. I expect Azeez Ojulari to step up, have a good game. I've always loved Azeez. Ever since he came in the league, of course, the injuries has kind of hampered his productivity. But whenever he's out there, he's a productive player. Who else do you see that needs to step up for the Giants in the place of Kayvon?
I don't think he really replaced Kayvon Thibodeau. He's been pretty electric, but if you're going to do anybody, I would think it'd be any defensive end that got on the field just about.
Yeah.
I think Dexter's going to be probably the guy that you're going to look to most to have the most pressure up the middle of the field to kind of change the game. He knows that Thibodeau's not going to be out there, and he knows he's going to have to help any way he possibly can.
And Howard, you're going to have a lot of help here from the weapons to make up for the absence of Malik Neighbors and Devin Singletary. One guy that helped last week was tight end Theo Johnson. Season-high catches with 5, season-high yards with 48. What did you see from the young tight end, and can he do it again?
I think the tight end cut off the missing persons report. I think he finally got a chance to show up and make some plays. Malik Neighbors dominates the game so much by his ability to catch the ball that they go to him a lot. And you should go to him a lot because he's, the top receiver. He's the guy that's electric. He's going to get a lot of yards. But since he's not here, the other guys have had to step up and had to make plays for the team. And they've done a good job. Slayton's done a great job. And Theo has done a great job. I'm glad to see him making some plays. I hope Bellinger gets his name called a couple times tonight as well.
Hey, speaking of tight ends, you look at the other side, right? You got Gesicki. Is he even a tight end? I mean, he's 225 pounds.
I mean, he ain't gonna block nobody.
Right.
but he's out there. They label him as a tight end. Probably to keep him under the pay scale. Probably that's the only way I can look at it. But he's gonna make some plays tonight. Hopefully not too many.
Howard, how do you slow down this Bengals offense with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins? They got a bunch of weapons, good running back. Their offensive line has played pretty well this year. What do the Giants have to do defensively to slow them down?
I don't know about defensively, but the one thing they can do is run the ball on offense and eat up as much clock as possible. Make it when Joe Burrow gets on the field, he's in a desperate situation to try to score because he doesn't know when he's going to see the ball again. Defensively, all you can do is pressure up the middle. Make quarterbacks don't like it when you're stepping on their toes, and we got one of the biggest players in the league to step on his toes. So that's going to be the thing they can do defensively to mess it up.
Hey, what else do you think that the Giants have to do? Because I think number one is, limit the amount of possessions that the Bengals have. I think that's a great way to start winning that turnover battle. What else is another key to victory for the New York Giants to beat this Bengals team tonight?
No mistakes. They can't have little silly mistakes. No false starts, no too many men in the huddle. No, be careful with your hands because if you make a mistake and give them another first down, that could be a problem for you. You want to get them on the field, off the field as quickly as possible. Make every tackle that you can. Everybody gang tackle, get there with a quickness to get them to the ground. But those are the things you got to do. No mistakes, gang tackle, possess the ball.
Howard, good stuff, my friend. Have a good broadcast tonight.
Guys, have a great one.
This season, the New York Giants are proud to partner with Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. Smirnoff, we do game days. When we return, you'll hear from Adoree Jackson and that matchup against that explosive Bengals offense when we return.
You're listening to Hackensack Meridian Health Giants Game Day on the WFAN Giants Radio Network.
We all have reasons for wanting to be healthy, which is why Quest helps us track our health over time. With your lab results in one place, you and your doctor can see patterns that reveal the bigger picture. Quest translates your health so you can transform it. That's why it's best to build your health history with Quest for all your tests. So no matter what your reasons are for being healthy, visit testwithquest.com. Again, that's testwithquest.com. Quest, proud partner in health of the New York Giants.
You've got to watch your NFL team every Sunday, and Verizon's got you covered for all your team's out-of-market games every Sunday afternoon. Come on! From kickoff to sign-off, from first downs and touchdowns,
right,
to turnovers, no, and overturned plays.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Nice! Let's go! This season, win every Sunday with Verizon. Get a great deal on NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV, and a new phone. Excludes digital-only games. Terms and embargoes apply.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now at Quick Check, there's even more ways to tackle your cravings. Rush in for our limited time New York Giants sub lineup made on fresh baked bread. Buffalo chicken with blue cheese, chicken parm with vodka sauce, Cuban and turkey club with mango habanero. And now, get our New York Giants lineup on fresh-baked Portuguese rolls. Plus, get 6-inch Italian and chicken tender subs for only $3.99. New choices, more value, only a Quick Check, official sub of the New York Giants.
Football season is here, and just like winning teams, your engagement should be all about the best. If you're ready to pop the question this season, visit the experts at London Jewelers with top-notch professionals and cutting-edge technology. London Jewelers can help you select or design the perfect ring. Explore the 2 by London collection, offering something for every budget. Whether you're starting over or starting new, let London Jewelers be a part of your journey. Visit any of their 7 locations across New York and New Jersey. London Jewelers, serving families since 1926.
Hellman's Mayo presents Mayo-Tivations. Mayo team rule the East, and your buffalo chicken dip completes your feast. Mayo side dish be creamy, and your big blue fans screamy. And Mayo scores stay in your favor, while your dip bursts with flavor. Hellman's Mayo, the official mayo of the New York Giants. Mayo game day be delicious.
This is Adoree Jackson, and you're listening to the radio home of Big Blue the Fan, WFAN and WFAN FM, New York.
Back here on Hackensack Meridian Health Giants Game Day, John Schmoke with you. Giants Postgame Live, presented by Hackensack Meridian Health, airs on MSG Networks immediately following every Giants regular season game. MSG Networks, the TV home of the New York Giants. Of course, I want you to stay with us on our postgame show as well. Jonathan Casillas and I will have the postgame coverage with you. We might have some Bob Pop and Carl Banks, Brian Dable at the podium, all the sound from the players at the locker room and podium. Make sure you tune in right after the final whistle. And this week's Giants Spotlight is Giants quarterback Adoree Jackson. How do you think the defense is playing right now? If you put your veteran hat on, you watch this defense on tape every week, where do you think you guys are as a group?
We're playing solid, good, complementary football. We're out there trying to get the offense the ball as much as possible. When special teams is out there flipping the field and doing what they need to do, trying to capitalize. So I think right now we're just knowing our role, knowing our job, and just trying to execute it.
Unfortunately, last year, you guys did not play with a lot of leads over the course of the year. You were kind of playing catch-up all the time. This year, you know, haven't been up 2 scores in a lot of these games, but they've been close. You've had small leads or small deficits. How much does that game flow help a defense where you're able to maybe play a certain way because you're not 14 down and you can dictate to the offense a little bit more and they can't just run exactly what they want to run because they have a 10, 14-point lead?
Kind of back to that 22 season when we didn't really, I guess, had substantial leads, but at the same time understood that the course of the game, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, the games were close.
Exactly. You go to Tennessee, the first game, I think we were down 14. Then let's say you go to Cleveland. We're down 7 with 14 minutes and 50 seconds left to play. And then the Seattle game, we do an 8-minute drive, and then we're down 7-0 because the mishap on the goal line. And then having that mental toughness, that mentality that, man, it's okay. It's a long game. It's a lot of ball left to be played. So I think having that mentality and understanding that things have changed and the course will change, and it's about having another opportunity to go out there and keep playing, and another opportunity to showcase yourself and who you are as a defense. And I think when we use that mentality, that even when things may not go our way, it's okay. We can keep going out there and battle.
All right, let's talk about the opponent a little bit this week. When you go out there, how important is it for you to ID, first and foremost, who you're lining up against on any given play, given the stylistic differences between T. Higgins and a Jamar Chase?
That's what film study is all about. That's what we're here for. I tell people, when they ask me what I'm doing, I'm at work. You know what I mean? They say, "Aren't you playing football?" Nah, it's my job. Like, this is my livelihood, my work. So you got to know your ins and outs. Just like if your boss or anybody asks you to come do a report or asks you to be ready or prepared to do a presentation, you're going to be prepared and understand, your specific task, your specific role. So no matter who may line up a receiver, you got to know, because you never know. They might motion and you might get somebody else, and you need to understand, like, okay, well, I just don't film study on one. Just like anything at work, they might tell you to just do this, but you still may have to have some fair knowledge of everything else.
Jamar Chase, what's the more dangerous part of his game? Is it the get you over the top with the speed and the contested catch down the field stuff, or is it I'm going to catch this 7-yard pass, bounce off 4 defenders, and run 70 yards for a touchdown?
I think they're both the same. If I can be completely honest, it's kind of like that. Kind of like how the Tyreek Hill is. Like, he can probably catch an underneath route and go the yard, or he can take it deep and. You know what I mean? And take the top off the defense. So I think they both are hand in hand, because you just don't know what you may get and what to expect. But those two traits that he have, which makes him dynamic.
And then T. Higgins, when you have a bigger frame guy like that, he's like a legit 6'3", 6'4", right? He's got a long frame. How do you play a bigger receiver a little bit differently to try to take away that strength from them?
You just have to, play with more physicality. I would say attacking the football. Obviously, whatever you do at the line of scrimmage, however you play off, you still do what you do. But I think the only thing that changes is, those guys both have strong hands and a great catch radius. So finding any way to scrap and claw to figure out how to get the ball away. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. They have great tangibles. They do great things, and it's up to you as a defender to figure out how to get the ball away, or how to capitalize or utilize your strengths as well to combat them.
All right, I want to talk about Burrow for a second. You've played all the great quarterbacks over the years. And what is it about Joe Burrow that makes him a tough opponent and a tough quarterback to go up against?
I think confidence is key. I think he has the confidence and knows he's a great quarterback. You know what I mean? Where you know that you can go out there and do it. That separates you. At the end of the day, the game is what they say, 90% mental, 10% physical. So if you mentally are in tune, I'm pretty sure he studies the game. You have a lot of support around him. His team trusts him. The coaches trust him. So I think when you have all those aspects together, and you know that you're a guy, you can go out there, produce, and play at a high level, and he does that.
I might be choosing the wrong word. I'll use the word fun. Maybe I should be using the word challenging. How, is it fun and challenging trying to, at least for maybe a split second on each play, create some indecision and, at least make Burrow not quite sure what you guys are in, to try to give you a little bit of an advantage given how smart he is, and then everything you guys do post-snap to try to confuse the quarterback? Is that fun for you, getting ready each week, trying to do that against such a cerebral quarterback that's seen a whole lot in this league?
I think that is one of the best things about football. Each week, having a new game plan. Each week, doing something new, maybe a new technique, maybe something different. And I think
the wrinkles.
Yeah, I think that's what I love a lot about football, because it's basically like life. Every day is going to be different. You never know what you may get. You got to always not be on a whim, but be light on your toes and understand that you may think it like they going to have something new as well. And that's what you love about this game. Like, you can always expect, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. But, they're game planning against us just like we are against them. And I think that's the nature and the beauty of it, to go out there and just compete. And I think that's the word that I would use, like the competition of it's like a chess match. They may be thinking 2 moves ahead, but you're trying to think 2 moves ahead as well.
All right, let me bring these 2 parts of it together then.
Yeah.
As you try to do some of your post-snap movement and disguising to make Burrow maybe hesitate just for a second, give your pass rushers a chance to get home, right? Does it make it tougher to do all of that stuff, the window dressing, right, to try to confuse him, when you have 2 guys that you really don't want to leave in ISO one-on-one coverage because they're really good? Does that just add a whole nother challenge to just dealing with their whole offense as a whole?
It can when you first start the week, but I think by going through it, prepping, and doing what you're supposed to do throughout the week to build that confidence, to build that trust in one another, from the upstairs and all the way down, or down all the way up, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that it can be, but that's why you do those meetings, that's why you do the walkthroughs, that's why you go through practice. And then I think it, like the word used before that, it makes it more fun at that point, because now you're knowing it. And I think they say it best, preparation, eliminates any doubts, eliminates any fears, eliminates any confusion. So when you prepare a certain way, when you get out in the game, they always say it will make practice harder in the game, but then when you get to the game, you got to bring the practice with you.
Final question. How, maybe desperate is the wrong word, but I'll use it. Are you guys to put together a really strong home performance, especially in prime time, in front of these fans? You guys have had 2 wins, but they've been on the road. Right? They have not been here. We know about the issues on prime time over the past few years. They had games have not been great. How excited are you guys to put a really good game together in front of your home fans in prime time, national TV, against a team that, like the Bengals, who've been a perennial playoff team the last couple of years?
I mean, it's always about winning. So you always want the prettiest, cleanest, most exciting win. But at the end of the day, you'll take a gritty, dirty, grimy win.
Heck yeah.
As well. So for us, just to go out there and get a win, like you said, our wins have been on the road, but to get a win in the city, get a win for the fans, and then ultimately get a win for us. That's what's major. So want to do all those facets, make everybody proud, but internally just make ourselves happy, because you love winning. Everybody does, no matter what it is. It can be a tic-tac-toe game, or it can be an NFL game. So at the end of the day, it can be a small win or big win, but you always want to win.
Good stuff, Adoree.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck on Sunday night, dude.
Thank you so much.
That's Giants quarterback Adoree Jackson. The entire interview can be heard on the Giants Huddle podcast. You can subscribe. It's presented by Citizens. It features exclusive interviews with current and former Giants and the best analysis of Big Blue. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Search for Giants Huddle Podcast or Giants Podcast Network. You can also find it on the Giants app or Giants.com/podcast. Guys, we did about 15 minutes. It's longer than what you just heard now. Good stuff from Adoree. Make sure you check it out again on the Giants Huddle podcast feed. We'll be back with our scouting report right after this.
You're listening to Hackensack Meridian Health Giants Game Day on the WFAN Giants Radio Network.
Hey Giants fans, Dexter Lawrence here. We know your pet is your family's MVP, so let's keep them happy, healthy, and in the game with MetLife Pet Insurance. Fetch your free quote at MetLifePetInsurance.com/Giants, and MetLife will donate $5 to Pet Rescue for every new quote to help pets in need have a winning season.
Promotional period ends December 31st, 2024. Donation max is $10,000 to Pet Rescue. Coverage issued by Metropolitan General Insurance Company, MetGen of Rhode Island, and Independence Insurance Company, IAIC of Delaware.
We got the best team in New York. We've got all 5 boroughs. We've got big plays and fourth quarter comebacks. And through it all, we've always got the G-men's backs. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that's best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks, home or away. We rally together, we cry together, and we always rally cry together because most of all, we got love for the Big Blue. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
This is Giants defensive coordinator Shane Bowen, and you're listening to the radio home of Giants football, The Fan, WFAN, New York.
We're back here on Hackensack Meridian Health Giants Game Day, getting ready for the Giants and Bengals on Sunday Night Football. Giants head into this game at 2-3, coming off a win against Seattle last week. Bengals at 1-4, coming off that loss to Baltimore in overtime, 41-38 last week. Let's pause 10 seconds and give our stations a chance to identify themselves on the WFAN Giants Radio Network.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Today's scouting report is brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the New York Giants. Citizens is made ready for Giant fans. We welcome back in Paul Dottino and Jonathan Casillas. Let's start here with the Giants and how they're going to slow down Joe Burrow. They've done a great job protecting Burrow this year. He's been sacked just 11 times, so I had a chance to ask Brian Burns on how the Giants' pass rush might be able to affect Burrow tonight.
Burrow's elite. He can see things before it happens. He knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball. He can anticipate certain things. So changing up the picture will be big on him. And as a D-line, to affect him is to, get into his passing lanes, get into his face, ultimately keep your hands up and bat some of those passes down, get him off track.
So, JC, you've played with a couple quarterbacks like Burrow. You played with Drew Brees. You played with Tom Brady. You played against quarterbacks like Joe Burrow. How do you disrupt a quarterback genius like Joe Burrow?
Well, I think what Burns just said, you got to give them different looks. Don't just sit back and align in what you're going to be in. Show something, do something else. Show coverage, blitz. Show blitz, do coverage. You got to have him thinking, because if he sits back and sees exactly what you're in, he will absolutely pick you apart. And he's not like a guy that, he's a good quarterback, but he has weapons, he makes them better. No, he has top-tier wide receiver talent, and even tight ends. Gesicki's not bad at tight end. I mean, I wouldn't even call him a tight end because he's a receiving threat at that position. But, man, you have to give him different looks, and then whenever you get one-on-ones, you have to win those one-on-ones.
We'll get to those skill position guys in a second, but, Paul, the weakness for this Bengals offense used to be the offensive line, but this year they've allowed a lower pressure rate than any other offensive line in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus. They do have a start right tackle with Amarius Mims. That's a rookie, but he's a very talented rookie. Otherwise, that group has played pretty well. And by the way, they got a two-headed monster, a running back, Zach Moss and Chase Brown, that have been effective as well.
Yeah, well, let's start with Brown for a second because he's got explosiveness. He's top 10 in the NFL at 5.5 yards a carry. And there were two numbers that really stuck out to me, John, when I did the research. 9 of his 41 rushes have gone for 10 yards or more.
He's got juice.
Which is insane, okay? He's only been caught behind the line twice on 41 carries for a total of -4 yards. So you're not going to set him behind the sticks. That's not what's going to happen when he runs the ball. The other thing, though, I want to point out to you, John, you mentioned Mims, rookie out of Georgia, first-round pick. The last 2 weeks he's been battling ankle and calf injuries. Now, I think if I'm the Giants, I'm putting Burns over there. And I'm going to see what he could do against the guy who's a bit gimpy.
And he was there for all but 2 snaps last week. He played over the right tackle for the Seahawks, Stone Forsythe. That's where Mims plays, so we'll see if he stays over there, which means Azeez Ojulari will get Orlando Brown, the gigantic left tackle for the Bengals. JC mentioned those 2 awesome Bengals wide receivers, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I asked Shane Bowen how you can disguise things, as JC spoke about, against Burrow, but does having to defend 2 wide receivers like that make it more difficult to disguise? Here's Bowen.
I think that's part of it, not letting them ID that it's one-on-one early on, especially before the ball snap, trying to do your best to disguise that. Again, it's a big challenge. Whenever they got 2 of them, it's tough. You only got so many guys to cover. You can only double so many guys at certain times. I think our awareness, just understanding where those guys are, our guys' understanding of their skill sets, they're different players, both great players in their own right, but they're different. The skill sets are different. But yeah, that's going to be the game, right? Being able to get him to not be 100% sure every snap of where to go with it. Buy some time for our rush to be able to get home and pick our spots accordingly. But it's a big challenge. He's playing probably as good as he's played throughout his career, and he's been a hell of a player throughout his career. So we're going to have our hands full this Sunday night, and I'm excited about the opportunity to play him. I know our guys are excited too.
So JC, Bowen wasn't going to give you the game plan, obviously, but I'll ask you: can you risk exposing your defensive backs and corners to some things if you're trying to do too much disguise, post-snap movement of the secondary, moving DBs around when you have 2 explosive wideouts like that? Can you try to do too much and that can get you into trouble, or is that not the case, especially with a young secondary like the Giants have?
If this was week 1, I would say yes. Maybe week 2, yes. But this is week 6.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They don't played enough, games. They don't had enough experience. Even the young guys, they don't played enough against some really, talented wide receivers. We can't use that excuse anymore. They have to be able to execute whatever game plan Shane Bowen puts in. And he said it. You cannot just sit back and sit in coverage. Even if you play cover 2, which is good against deep passes, Joe Burrow, the intermediate passings, he will kill you. And these wide receivers, they're going to do a lot after the catch as well. So they have to tackle. That's the thing about, the Giants. The Giants have been tackling well than I remember in the past.
Paul, 2 headache players. Jamar Chase, 10 for 193 last week. T. Higgins, 9 for 83. This is probably the best wide receiver duo in football.
Yeah, I tried to think when I saw your notation here who I would prefer. I was thinking about Diggs and Collins in Houston. I was thinking about Brown and Smith in Philly. But you could certainly make a case for these 2 guys right here. I mean, they are right up there at the top. Here's the thing. Both guys have very strong hands and excellent ball skills. A 50-50 ball from Burrow is more like 90-10 for these 2 receivers.
Absolutely.
For both of them. And that's the problem. Yeah. Because even when you think they're covered, they're not. And he will put that ball on the head of a pin, and they will make a play for him. And that's what makes these 2 guys so incredibly dangerous.
All right, let's talk about the Bengals defense. 31st in success rate, 30th in EPA allowed per play, 31st in terms of third down. Paul, I want to get to you on their defense first. Lou Anarumo, someone the Giants are very familiar with, is their defensive coordinator. He likes to do the things Casillas talked about that the Giants are going to try to do with Burrow. He likes to muddy the picture for the quarterback. He changes coverages, a lot of different types of zone, post-snap movement, try to confuse Daniel Jones. How do you go about attacking that?
Well, what you need to do, I think, if you're Daniel Jones, is just be patient. Don't jump at the first thing that you see that you think is your opportunity. Take that extra half a breath, because I don't think Cincinnati's pass rush is going to hamper him. Take the extra half a second and pick out what you want. Cincinnati is in the bottom 5th of the league with only an 18% blitz percentage. But they blitzed over 50% last week against Baltimore. And Jamar ate him to ribbons. Lamar Jackson ate him to ribbons.
And then JC, real quick, Trey Hendrickson, he's the one guy you got to worry about on that defensive line, one of the best pass rushers in the
Hubbard's not bad either, but Hendrickson is definitely very underrated. He had 17.5 sacks last year. He's a guy that can wreck a game if you don't account for him.
And he'll be over Andrew Thomas. He's played 90% or so of his snaps over the left tackle, so that'll be a key matchup to watch tonight. Andrew Thomas versus Trey Hendrickson. Hackensack Meridian Health Giants Game Day was brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the New York Giants. Citizens is made ready for Giants fans. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Moody's, decode risk, unlock opportunity. Learn more at Moody's.com. MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Giants, and by Hackensack Meridian Health. Keep getting better. That's it for Giants Game Day. Bob Papa, Carl Banks, Howard Cross have the call right here on the Giants Radio Network. When we return, the Giants looking for their first home win of the year against the Bengals on Sunday Night Football. We'll be back after this.
Ford F-Series presents How to Master Your Giants Tailgate Party. Step 1, grab your crew and some grub. Step 2, get yourself a Ford F-150 truck with an available Pro Power on board. It's like a mobile generator right in the truck bed. Step 3, bring the microwave, blender, or big screen. Now you're ready to cheer on Big Blue. Ford, official truck of the New York Giants. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use My Stat Sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Following their impressive road victory in Seattle last week against the Seahawks, the Giants are back in action in primetime as they take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Giants were outstanding on all levels last week and winning in Sunday Night Football. It's the Giants and Bengals coming your way next.
Giants football is brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the New York Giants. Citizens is made for Giants fans. Hackensack Meridian Health. Keep getting better. Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers. Moody's, decode risk, unlock opportunity. Learn more at Moody's.com. Your local Ford stores. One engine drives this team. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com. Ford, official truck of the Giants. Verizon, the network America relies on, and the official 5G network of the NFL. And by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Giants. It's time to go to the booth for the kickoff show, presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture, the official furniture store and mattress partner of the New York Giants. Here's Bob Papa and Carl Banks.
New York Giants football is on the air from high atop MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Sunday night football as the Giants take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello again, everyone. So glad you could join us. Bob Papa, Carl Banks, Howard Cross. Raise a pint of Guinness and toast to the upcoming kickoff. Guinness time is game time. Please drink responsibly. Guinness Draft Stout, imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York. Giants coming in off a win in Seattle last week, 29-20. They're 2-3 on the season, 0-2 at home. Bengals come in with a record of 1-4, having lost in overtime last week to the Baltimore Ravens. They had a 10-point lead with under 9 minutes to go. They missed a field goal in overtime, and the Ravens eventually won it. Carl Banks, the Bengals, though, are fantastic offensively, and without Kayvon Thibodeau, the Giants shorthanded defensively, they're going to have to be on their high alert because they have not one but two receivers in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins that can absolutely shred a defense.
Yeah, your safeties, Bob, will have to be disciplined. The cornerbacks are going to have to be disciplined. This is another game where your best players have to be your best players. And your role players, attention to detail. That means Boogie Basham and Azeez Ojulari will play roles, and they're going to have to pay attention to details.
Meanwhile, Daniel Jones 1-0 against the Bengals. Last time they played him, 2020 at Cincinnati, a 19-17 win. Burrow didn't play in that game. Brandon Allen was the quarterback. In primetime on Sunday Night Football, the Giants, 23 wins, 33 losses, a tie. They're 11-14 at home. The Bengals on Sunday Night Football are 4-17, and they've lost 9 of their last 10. So two teams that have struggled on Sunday night. Somebody's going to get a win here this evening. We'll be right back with the kickoff show presented by Bob's Discount Furniture on the WFAN Giants Radio Network.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Find out what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of select new 2024 Sportage and 2024 Sorrento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance KF. Subject to credit approval by KF to well-qualified buyers for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or 2024 Sorrento. Excludes hybrid PHEV. $20.83 per month for 1,000 financed at 48 months. No down payment required. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 10/31/24. Limited inventory available. See Kia retailer for available stock.
Giants fans, do you want a chance to win some money? We're glad you're listening. The 50-50 raffle to benefit the Giants Foundation is back. Raffle tickets will be available for purchase at all Giants home games during the 2024 football season. Tickets will be sold at MetLife Stadium starting approximately 2 hours prior to kickoff until the end of the third quarter, with the winning ticket number being announced during the fourth quarter. The winner receives half the jackpot, and the other half benefits the Giants Foundation and its charitable initiatives. Ticket pricing is 25 tickets for $25, 100 tickets for $50, and 250 tickets for $100. Sellers in red shirts will be roaming the stadium selling 50-50 raffle tickets, so don't miss your chance to win big. All 50-50 raffles are subject to the Giants raffle rules, available online at Giants.com. See the raffle rules for eligibility and other important details. The 50-50 raffle is sanctioned by the New Jersey Legalized Games of Chance Control Commission, ID number 1205-42578, and is licensed by the Borough of East Rutherford, raffle number RL 1321.
Huddle up, Giants Nation. Eli here. This is going to take all of us every Sunday or Monday or sometimes even Thursday. From the opening kickoff to the very last snap, you're made for this. And with the help from your financial teammates at Citizens, you're ready to make sense of your money all season long. Citizens, official bank of Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Ready? Break. Learn more at citizensbank.com/Giants. Member FDIC.
We all have reasons for wanting to be healthy, which is why Quest helps us track our health over time. With your lab results in one place, you and your doctor can see patterns that reveal the bigger picture. Quest translates your health so you can transform it. That's why it's best to build your health history with Quest for all your tests. So no matter what your reasons are for being healthy, visit testwithquest.com. Again, that's testwithquest.com. Quest. Proud partner in health of the New York Giants.
This is Daniel Jones, and you're listening to the radio home of Big Blue, The Fan, WFAN, and WFAN-FM New York.
Back on the Kickoff Show, presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Game time temperature brought to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the New York Giants and the NFL. Here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, 63 degrees, clear skies. Got the stadium dark as the Giants are being introduced. Fireworks with each player. They're introducing the defense, and the fans all receive these little wristbands that light up, and they synchronize, and they can be controlled in the different colors. Really cool look for the fans here this evening on Sunday Night Football. Keys to the game, presented by Quest, a proud partner in health of the Giants, and Dexter Lawrence, who entered this weekend second in the NFL in sacks with 6, last to be introduced. And Carl, they'll need Dexter Lawrence to be sexy and Dexy tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to be disruptive Dexy, because he can impact the effectiveness of Joe Burrow right up the middle.
Sideline Report is presented by the New York Lottery. We check in with Howard Cross.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Carl. It's a crazy night. The lights are flashing everywhere. It's going to be a big night for the Giants. I tell you what, though, I've been listening to you guys all day talk about how do we stop Joe Burrow. I guess the best defense, good offense. Squeeze the ball, man. Keep him on the sideline as long as possible. Play kind of like the same game they played against Seattle, and it might just turn out the way we want it to.
Howard brings up a good point, Carl. The Giants had time of possession for 37 minutes and 22 seconds. They went on long drives. They kept Seattle's offense off the field, which is the better part of their unit. They just have to eliminate turnovers when going in for touchdowns.
And they have to score touchdowns and not field goals, because you have a high-powered offense on the other sideline.
Yep, they certainly are. They score a lot of points. They're good on third downs with the Bengals, led by Zach Taylor and his 6th year as head coach, 38-48-1, 0-1 against the Giants. Brian Dable in his 3rd year as head coach, squaring off against the Bengals. And Zach Taylor, for the first time in his young career as a head coach in the National Football League. Giants lead the NFL with 22 sacks on the season. Giants last year on Sunday Night Football lost twice. Their last win on Sunday Night Football, 2022 at Washington. That's it for the Kickoff Show, presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Dare to compare with Bob's Discount Furniture, the official furniture store and mattress partner of the New York Giants on the WFAN Giants Radio Network.
Giants fans, it's time for a new future. A future of fresh air with Azuna. No more stinky smells in the locker room, the teenager's room, the kitchen, or the car. Anywhere there's air, it's time for Azuna. Say goodbye to headache-inducing hanging trees, plug-ins, and even candles by eliminating odors naturally. As an official partner of the New York Giants, Azuna is giving every Giant fan 20% off their order with code GIANTS20 at AzunaFresh.com. Azuna, it's more than an air freshener.
Are you ready for some football? Well, now you are, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Giants and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. Drive. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Giants tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Giants.
As an official partner of MetLife Stadium, Fourth Creek Food Company and its relishes are taking hot dogs, hamburgers, and all your favorite game day food next level. One taste and you'll see why our modern twists on classic relish, like our original red pepper, hint of habanero, and smoky chipotle corn, turn up the flavor like nothing else. Try Fourth Creek Food Company relish today at MetLife Stadium or stock up at ShopRite. Fourth Creek Food Company, it's next level relish.
For 39 years, McCarter & English has worked with the New York Giants, a valued client and a championship team that recognizes our collective responsibility to pursue social justice. The lawyers at McCarter & English know that diversity of talent.
You're listening to an Odyssey station that is airing a National Football League game. Due to NFL restrictions, you are not in an area where the game is available. You're listening to an Odyssey station that is airing a National Football League game. Due to NFL restrictions, you are not in an area where the game is available. You're listening to an Odyssey station that is airing a National Football League game. Due to NFL restrictions, you are not in an area where the game is available. You're listening to an Odyssey station that is airing a National Football League game. Due to NFL restrictions, you are not in an area where the game is available. You're listening to an Odyssey station that is airing a National Football League game.
Typically deferred when winning the toss, but the offense is cooking and they're taking the ball first tonight.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of scoring on their last possession of the half and then getting the ball for the first possession of the second half, and 27 points scored on their first possession of the second half. Leads the National Football League. So an interesting decision indeed. Opening kickoff, as always, is presented by Altafiber, and see if the Bengals offense can get points on the board and put the pressure on Danny Dimes and the New York Giants.
They do things big in the Big Apple, as you know, and in this case that includes the flag that they had covering the field during the national anthem. It literally covered the field, 100 yards long and 53 1/3 yards wide. It completely covered the green portion of the playing surface. Greg Joseph will kick off for the Giants. And the Bengals have Charlie Jones and Chase Brown back to return. So Travion Williams is not back there tonight. It's Charlie Jones, Chuck Sizzle, and the speedy Chase Brown. Joseph standing 8 yards away. Now the run up to the football at the 35. He swings the leg and thwack. We are underway. Charlie Jones catches at the goal line and sprints up the middle of the field. He's at the 20, 25, 30, and gets hit from behind and propelled forward out to the 32-yard line. So a good drive start for the Bengals as Cincinnati takes the field wearing white uniforms tonight. White jerseys with black numbers trimmed in orange. They've got white pants with black slashes on the side and the iconic orange helmet with black tiger stripes. The Giants wearing blue jerseys with white numbers, white pants with 3 stripes on the side, a red stripe in the middle, blue stripes on either side. The shiny blue helmet with a white New York on the side and a red stripe down the middle. 1st and 10 Cincinnati. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line. The Bengals come out in a pistol formation. Burrow looks to throw, throws it backward to Chase Brown, accelerates up the far sideline, and it's a decent pickup on Cincinnati's first play of the game. They say that Chase stepped out at the 35. He picks up 4. Brian Burns ran him out of bounds.
I like the idea of running outside. I think that you got Eric All out there leading it. You've got wide receivers that block well on the perimeter. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are both physical out there, and you're running away from their best player on the interior.
Chase and Yossi Bosch out to the left, T. Higgins out to the right. 2nd and 6 Bengals from their own 35. Burrow will pass again. Good protection. Short throw caught by Chase Brown. It only gained 1 yard. Okereke was there to make the stop, and the Bengals are looking at 3rd down and 5.
Going to convert right here, and the Giants have been vulnerable against the pass. They've allowed 72%. That's 9th worst in the National Football League. 7 touchdown passes, only 1. They've allowed 7 touchdown passes. They've only got 1 interception.
Please set the game clock to 14:20. 14:20, please.
They've allowed a quarterback rating of 104.4. And Joe Burrow's got the best quarterback rating in the National Football League, and 12 touchdown passes are the best. I mean, this matchup favors number 9.
Jamar Chase will go out wide to the left. 3 receivers go out to the right, including T. Higgins. He's the widest of the 3. 3rd down and 5 Bengals. Burrow in the shotgun. Volson tapping both sides of his helmet. It's snapped back to Burrow. It's a 5-man rush. Joe forced to scramble. He'll run up the middle of the field for the first down, and he goes into a feet-first slide at the 45-yard line.
Bengals did a good job in the protection right there. The Giants, they'll play an under on base defense. They'll run an over when they go to their nickel. That means they cover the center and the right guard and right tackle with the tight ends to the right. And that time the Bengals took advantage, and Joe ran right at the bubble.
1st and 10 Cincinnati. The ball at the 45. Burrow hands it off. This is a run up the gut, and it's going to gain about 5 yards. The Bengals taking it to the 50. And then Zach Moss driven backward after the 5-yard gain. Jason Pinnock coming up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
Nice job by Ted Karras finishing. You know, a big challenge for him. I mean, there's no question that one of the best defensive linemen in the National Football League is Dexter Lawrence, and I'll tell you, Ted Karras more than held his own.
Zach Moss out, Chase Brown in. 2nd and 5 Bengals from midfield. Burrow fakes to Brown, throws a pass, caught by Higgins for the first down. Banks tried to rip the ball out of his hands. T held on tightly, and he picks up the first down at the 39 of New York.
That's what I'm talking about. Banks going man on T. Higgins, and I think Joe Burrow is going to look at that and say, you know, even though he's 6'2", a couple 100 pounds, my guy is over 6'4", and he carries a lot of weight. I like that matchup, and I think he's going to utilize that matchup pretty frequently tonight.
The Bengals started at their own 32. They've driven to the 39 of the Giants. 1st and 10 Cincinnati. Burrow in the gun. Chase Brown off his left hip. Burrow fakes to Chase Brown. Now forced to scramble, and he'll fling it out of bounds over the head of Gesicki, who is in the area. Good pass rush there by New York.
Yeah, and I think part of that plan, what Joe Burrow is doing there, I think they are going to get him out of pocket intentionally. And part of that is because of the Dexter Lawrence factor as well. If you change the launch point, get him out of pocket, and make Dexter Lawrence and the defensive line chase and try to wear him down a little bit, and give Joe Burrow an opportunity to reset his feet when he's out of pocket and throw the ball down the field.
Jordan Riley put pressure on Burrow on the last play. It is 2nd and 10 Cincinnati at the 39 of New York. First drive of the game for the Bengals. No score. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Good protection. He pump fakes. Now he gets hit, and he gets sacked. First sack of the night for the Giants. Back at the 47-yard line, Brian Burns pulling down Joe Burrow.
And Brian Burns burned Orlando Brown right there. He took an inside rush on him, and Burns finished it. That's a pretty good effort right there. Came up the football field and then took the inside path and beat Orlando inside.
It's an 8-yard sack, and that makes it 3rd down and 18 at the 47-yard line of New York.
And it makes the field goal situation very dubious.
Yeah, they would need to gain about 10 yards to give Money Mack a shot at a field goal. The Bengals will go with an empty formation. 4 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right, and the play is blown dead. There's a penalty flag down.
First charge, timeout, Cincinnati. A 30-second timeout.
Play clock was down to 1. The Bengals called a timeout first. So it'll be 3rd down and 18 at the 47 of New York. Brian Burns with the first sack of the game for the Giants, number 23 this season. Burrow pump faked, so initially it looked like he had time to get off a throw, but wasn't able to find an open target. And when he tried to reset, he was a dead duck.
That's the 3rd sack of the year for Burns. That puts him tied for 2nd on the football team. They bring the safety Pinnock quite regularly. He has 3 sacks as well.
Burns has had as many as 12 and a half in a season. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler back when he was with Carolina. 3rd down and 18 on the Bengals' first drive of the game. Again, the Bengals with an empty formation. Shotgun snap. It's a 5-man rush. Burrow runs.
Oh, baby.
He's at the 35, the 30, 25,
Score.
20, 15, 10, 5. Dives for the pylon.
Yeah.
Touchdown! A 47-yard touchdown run by Joe Burrow.
I'll tell you, you talk about a defense getting distorted. The New York Giants gave up half a football field. I mean, once Joe Burrow saw the green pasture, he just tucked it, and he showed some speed that I think a lot of people around the league are saying, really? Joe Burrow can run like that? But, man, somebody blew an assignment somewhere for the New York Giants. I mean, there was wide open spaces at every single level of the defense for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's career rushing high for a game coming in was 47 yards. He just went 47 on that run. Now the extra point from Evan McPherson. It is good, and the Bengals take a 7-0 lead as Joe Burrow runs 47 yards for a touchdown on 3rd down and 18.
Crazy.
We'll take a timeout. 11:32 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The holidays are here, and the Home Depot has everything you need to stay connected with smart home upgrades. Whether you're keeping an eye out for the big guy or keeping an eye on your family, the Home Depot has you covered with great tech, like the Ring Indoor Camera 2-pack with advanced motion detection, two-way talk, and color night vision. Plus, get your smart home devices the smart way with free delivery. Get holiday ready with seasonal savings happening now at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, see homedepot.com/delivery for details.
Hey guys, where else would you rather be? Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
7-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The Bengals scoring on a 47-yard run by Joe Burrow on 3rd down and 18. It was an 8-play, 69-yard touchdown drive. It took 3.5 minutes. Those details are brought to you by ProLink. Together, they'll help you find your next job. Apply at ProLinksWorks.com. ProLinkWorks.com. Money Mac ready to kick it off. Eric Gray and Amir Smith-Marset are the return men for the Giants. Joe Burrow with 57 rushing yards, a new career high in the first 3.5 minutes of the game.
4 rushes for 66 yards as the team. Obviously, Joe Burrow's the biggest reason why.
McPherson's kick launched deep into the end zone. It lands on the A in Giants, the top of the A, about 8 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants will start from the 30 with Daniel Jones at quarterback. Now, we all remember that Andy Dalton used to struggle in primetime. 6 wins and 22 losses in his NFL career in primetime. Those numbers are great in comparison to Daniel Jones. How about 1 win and 13 losses in primetime games? 1 and 10 in home primetime games. He's in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Tyrone Tracy, the running back for the Giants. Jones looks to pass. It's a slant breaking in from the left, and it's caught by Slayton for a first down. He picks up 11 out to the 41-yard line.
Good throw, good catch. The route was run very crisply, and Jones got the ball out of his hand quickly. The Bengals got off the mark pretty well. I thought there was some decent push to start that snap off, but he got the ball out of his hand in less than 2 seconds.
Giants ran a lot of those slants last week in their victory in Seattle, and Slayton had 8 catches for 122 yards. It's an empty backfield on 1st and 10 from the 41. Jones, quick pass out to the right, a poor throw, and it's incomplete for former Kentucky Wildcat Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go with the quick game to start things off here and see if they can pull up the Cincinnati Bengals from the secondary a little bit, pull them toward the line of scrimmage. And then you have to be careful. A little double move could be a little bit of an issue, but the quick game is the way the Giants are going if they're not going to run the football.
Their number 1 wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, the great rookie out of LSU, not playing tonight. He's in concussion protocol. On 2nd and 10, Jones rolls to the right. Now he floats one down the sideline, intentionally throwing it out of bounds. Slayton was in the neighborhood, but B.J. Hill and Sam Hubbard got a good push on the Giants quarterback.
Jalen Davis checks in from the sideline as the nickel corner here, and a big 3rd down opportunity for the Bengals to get off the football field, and that's been a problem. For the Cincinnati Bengals, get off the football field on 3rd down. Defensively, they have struggled. They're 31st in the NFL.
Miles Murphy checks in for Sam Hubbard to rush the quarterback on 3rd down and 10. The Giants at their own 41. The Bengals have a 7-0 lead on a 47-yard touchdown run by Joe Burrow. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush, quick throw to the left, nice. Caught short of the sticks, and the Bengals make the tackle. Cam Taylor-Britt coming up to pop the receiver, Jalen Hyatt, 4 yards short of a Giants first down.
Well, we wanted to see some crisp tackling, and Cam Taylor-Britt did exactly that. Came up, put the shoulder pad in there, slammed the shoulder pad into the body, wrapped the arms up, took him right to the ground.
The Giants have a new punter this week, Matt Hawk. He won a 5-man tryout on Friday to be their punter due to an injury suffered by their starter, Jamie Gillen. Hawk has played quite a bit in the NFL. This is 100th career NFL game. Punted for the Colts a year ago. Spent several years punting for the Dolphins. He's left-footed, puts the nose of the ball down, kicks it very low, caught at the 6. Charlie Jones looking to run it back. He's at the 10, near sideline 15, and chased out of bounds around the 16-yard line.
Charlie Jones
give him the 17.
Showing some speed there. I don't think the return was basically designed to go that route, but that's the only option that he had.
And the Bengals were guilty of holding on the run back, so instead of having it at the 17, they'll start from inside their 10. We have a timeout. 9:53 remaining here in the first quarter. Cincinnati on top, 7-0 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Powered by Clark's Pump and Shop, Classic Rock and Football. The Bengals and Classic Rock 92.1.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text REP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text REP to 42424. That's REP to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you know there's money available to help you pay for trade school or college? Yep, and all you need to do is fill out the free application for federal student aid, also known as the FAFSA. Completing the FAFSA costs you nothing but time, and it can pay off big. And there are experts across Kentucky who can help. For more info, visit gearupky.org/money. That's gearupky.org/money. It's brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Classic Rock 92.1.
Get ready to get pumped up.
Baby, let's go. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
We have played 5 minutes and 7 seconds. It is 7-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Because of the holding penalty on the run back on the punt, the Bengals will begin their second drive of the game from their own 3. So backed up deep in their own territory. Cincinnati scoring a touchdown on a 47-yard run by Joe Burrow on the Bengals' opening drive. Giants picked up 1 first down, then had to punt on their first possession. So here we go. The Bengals starting from their own 3. Zach Moss in it, running back. The Bengals have 2 tight ends on the field. Burrow in the shotgun, about 3 yards deep in the end zone. Harris ready to snap it back. T. Higgins motions from left to right and lines up in the slot. Burrow hands it off. Moss bouncing it left, and he is hit and tackled at the line of scrimmage. Deontay Banks and Brian Burns combining to bring down the Bengals running back. They might give him a yard.
Yeah, that was not designed to be run there. He bounced it. It was designed to be run inside. There wasn't a whole lot of room, so he decided to bounce it to the outside to no avail. The Giants have that one smothered.
One of the Giants starting safeties, Jason Pinnock, injured in the early going of this game. He's listed as questionable for the rest of the way. 2nd down and 9 Cincinnati. Burrow to throw. His pass caught at the 9 by Chase. Makes it to the 11 and then gets driven backward by 4 members of the Giants. The ball came out late, but they say Chase had his progress stopped around the 12-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down, maybe 2. Micah McFadden and Drew Phillips made the stop.
Jamar Chase showing his strength right there. They try to tackle him by taking him down at his upper body, and he packs a punch in his upper body and lower body. The Bengals are 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions so far.
Officially 3rd down and 1. Football's at the 12. Zach Moss in the backfield to the right of Burrow, who touches both sides of the helmet. He's got 2 receivers out to each side. Burrow to throw, and he'll be sacked. Nope, Burrow stays on his feet, floats it down the field, and manages to throw it out of bounds. The Giants had him around the 3. They tried to take the ball away. Instead of knocking him to the ground, Burrow retreated into the end zone and floated it out of bounds.
Ojulari is the guy that felt like he had that quarterback sack. The amazing thing is the Giants now have 17 sacks in the last 13 quarters. They had 16 sacks in their last 3 games coming in and already got 1 in the first quarter and almost came up with a second one. Their pass rush is for real.
Ryan Rico into punt.
First charge timeout, Giants. A 30-second timeout.
Well, Azeez Ojulari, who put the pressure on Joe Burrow there.
He beat Mims quickly.
And he is a familiar name to Cincinnati football fans, not necessarily Bengals fans, but Bearcat fans. In the Peach Bowl a few years ago, when Cincinnati nearly knocked off Georgia, Azeez Ojulari was the defensive MVP of the game. He had 3 sacks and forced 2 fumbles against Cincinnati in the Peach Bowl.
And Ojulari has to step up tonight because Thibodeau is out. Thibodeau is going to be out for a while. He's having some surgery, so Ojulari is going to get an opportunity to make more plays.
Ryan Rico will punt, averaging more than 55 yards per punt, leading the NFL. The snap is chest high. The right-footed punt launched way up into the nighttime sky. It is caught at the 34, and the Gunners are right there to make the tackle. No yardage whatsoever by Smith-Marset. As he attempted the run back, he's tackled at the 33-yard line.
Josh Newton looked like he made the hit on it right away.
54 yards on the punt. And the Giants will take over at their own 33. 8:16 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 Cincinnati is the score here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Listen to Sherrod Brown. When he wanted your vote,
on major issues, I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
But Sherrod Brown doesn't stand up to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He votes with them 97% of the time. Brown supported Biden and Harris on radical issues like amnesty for 11 million illegal immigrants. Brown voted to give nearly $1 billion in COVID stimulus checks to convicted criminals in prison, even the Boston Marathon bomber. And Brown voted to give taxpayer-funded health care to illegals who get amnesty, and Social Security benefits, too. So the next time Sherrod Brown tells you,
I'll stand up to the president of my own party,
ignore it, because 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore, and he's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.americancrossroads.org.
With unlimited plans from Mike's Car Wash, the more you wash, the more you save. And you can wash as often as you want. You'll love the value of an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Unlimited plans available at all 40 Mike's Car Wash locations. Open daily, 7 to 9.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
7-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. 8:16 left here in the first quarter, and the Giants about to begin their second drive of the game. From their own 33-yard line, they come out in a pistol formation. Tyrone Tracy, the rookie running back out of Purdue, lines up behind Daniel Jones. They give it to Tracy. Nowhere to go, right up the middle of the field. The Bengals had that area clogged. B.J. Hill, the former Giant, got to him first. And a gain of 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, I mean, Sheldon Rankins, B.J. Hill, they looked good in the interior right there because of that punt and penalty on the punt return by the Bengals. Field position dramatically in favor of the Giants. The Bengals have started at their own 17. The Giants at their own 32, a major difference.
Officially a 2-yard gain for Tracy. On 2nd down and 8, they fake to him.
Nice.
This pass was deflected near the line of scrimmage, and it falls incomplete, intended for Wandale Robinson. I think Sam Hubbard, or maybe Von Bell, got a piece. No, Sam Hubbard got a piece of it.
And as a result, it ended up behind receiver, can't make an adjustment and a play on the football. Another 3rd down favoring the Bengals defensive football team. Get off the field.
Again, the Bengals bring in a rush specialist, Joseph Osai in this case, checking in for Sam Hubbard. 3 down linemen for the Bengals on 3rd down and 8. Giants at their own 35. Shotgun snap. Jones in the pocket.
Finish.
He gets hit but gets away. Still on his feet. Now he'll be brought down for a 1-yard loss. So it will be a sack as Cincinnati gets to Daniel Jones, and Pratt made the tackle. However, there's a penalty flag past the 50-yard line. And probably interference on Cincinnati. Or holding.
Holding. Number 20. Defense. 5 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
Automatic first down. DJ Turner. So that's a conversion on 3rd down by penalty. They were 0 for 1 before that opportunity. And they basically shut the line
Correction,
down.
the run ended behind the line of scrimmage. The 5 yards was enforced from the previous spot.
But it wipes out the sack for Jermaine Pratt. It extends the drive for the Giants. Rookie McKinley Jackson checks in on the defensive line for the Bengals. They have 5 defensive linemen on the field. On 1st and 10, it's an end around. Wandale Robinson with blockers in front. Gets tackled from behind by Logan Wilson, but he picked up 6 yards.
Yeah, they had 5 down linemen on it looked like on that 3rd down opportunity right there too. They had a pretty good pressure on Jones, and he kind of tried to manipulate the pocket as best he could, climbed it, but fell a yard short, but all to no avail because of the penalty. But can't give up that many yards on first down. Now the Giants can do anything. Their playbook's wide open.
The clock is running with 6:44 left in the first quarter. 2nd down and 3. The Giants at their own 47-yard line. Shotgun snap to Daniel Jones. He hands it off, and Cincinnati brings down Tyrone Tracy after a 1-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 2 as Hubbard made the run stop.
Nice job by Sam Hubbard. That was the old counter play where they pull the backside guard and tackle, and the guard's supposed to kick out Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard said, "You're not kicking me out. I'm going to kick your butt," and penetrated and made a play.
2 running backs were in on the previous play. One of them checks out. Eric Gray heads to the sideline as the Giants go with 3 receivers and a tight end. On 3rd down and 2 at their own 48. They'll go with an empty backfield, 3 receivers left and 2 out to the right. Daniel Jones likes to run quarterback draws. He fires a pass, though, and it's caught for a first down. Slayton with the catch, and he muscles his way down to the Cincinnati 43. Logan Wilson with a tackle.
With Neighbors, out of the game, Slayton is number 2 in terms of receiving yards on the season, and that's going to be a major target for Jones tonight for sure.
Slayton's had a very productive career for the Giants. He's had 4 seasons with 700 or more yards. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 43. Daniel Jones under center. Tracy lined up 7 yards behind. It's a deep drop. Now it's screen pass. Tracy to the 40. 35-30. And he is tackled at the Cincinnati 29-yard line. Cam Taylor-Britt makes the stop. It's another first down for New York.
Tracy came into the game averaging over 5 yards a carry. They were concerned about his speed. He can get the top end speed very, very quickly, and he demonstrated on that play as he accelerated after catching the screen pass.
He ran a 4.48 40-yard dash. He picked up 14 yards there. It is 1st down and 10 with the ball inside the Cincinnati 30. Jones waits for the shotgun snap. He catches. He's back to throw. Short pass over the middle. Wan'Dale Robinson with a catch. He's got a first down in the red zone. Tackled by Logan Wilson at the 14-yard line.
And this all started because of a penalty on DJ Turner. The Bengals were off the field. They were off the field on 3rd down. But a penalty, DJ Turner kept the drive alive for the Giants, and they get a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10, and they've been marching ever since.
The 4 starting defensive linemen check back into the game, along with a 5th defensive lineman, Chris Jenkins. 1st and 10 in the red zone at the Cincinnati 14, with the Bengals leading 7-0. Play action fake, and a rollout to the right. Big pass deflected and intercepted. Yeah. The Bengals have the ball. Jermaine Pratt running it back to the 20, 25, and a pair of offensive linemen will make the tackle at the 27-yard line. Jones had his arm hit as he dropped back to pass. B.J. Hill got a piece, and it floated downfield into the hands of Jermaine Pratt for the interception.
B.J. Hill got 2 hands on him, really, and Pratt, who's all about the ball. He's got 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and now he's got an interception. So he is a turnover machine by himself.
That is his 6th career INT, and we have a timeout. So the Giants turn it over in the red zone, and the Bengals will have the ball at their own 27 when we come back. 3:45 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Cincinnati on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
As the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals, AltaFiber understands the importance of staying connected. That's why AltaFiber provides blazing fast internet, 99.99% reliability, and a next-generation Wi-Fi experience powered by Eero. Switch to AltaFiber today and download and upload faster than Spectrum with Cincy's only 2 gig symmetrical speeds. Fiber internet plans start at just $49.99 a month. Visit AltaFiber.com or call 513-565-FAST to learn more. AltaFiber, elevating connection.
Experience the NFL with On Location, the official hospitality provider of the NFL. On Location offers official tickets and unrivaled access to all of the NFL's premier events. With exclusive partnerships with more than 20 NFL teams, On Location brings you up close for all of the action, providing fans with unforgettable moments from draft day to Super Bowl Sunday and everything in between. Visit NFLOnLocation.com for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com.
Does your business struggle with employee medication costs? Are you losing productivity because of time off for appointments and unwelcome side effects? PGX testing is a simple cheek swab to understand how your unique genetic makeup affects the metabolization of medication, eliminating the need for trial and error prescribing. Could you save on medication cost and make up for lost productivity? Find out today at gravitydiagnostics.com. That's gravitydiagnostics.com, an official partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
Cincinnati 7, the Giants nothing. 3:45 remaining first quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The Bengals have it. 1st and 10 at their own 27. Burrow with a wide receiver screen out to the right. It's actually Chase Brown who caught the football. He lined up wide, caught it, sprinted forward, and he picks up 10 yards for the first down. Tyler Nubin making the tackle for New York.
I like that. I mean, that's basically like a long lateral to a running back that has quick acceleration and great vision, and he utilizes blockers pretty darn effectively right there.
If you were just tuning in, the Bengals scored on a 47-yard run by Joe Burrow. Yes, Joe Burrow. On their opening drive of the game. On 1st and 10, Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown runs through an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage, and Nubin pulls him down at the 45-yard line. A nice gain as Chase picks up 7 yards.
Both teams are averaging 7 yards a play on first down. Before that snap on first down, that was an 8-yarder, so they're still averaging over 7 yards a play on first down. The Giants on 3 second down snaps have picked up no yardage. The Bengals have only picked up 12 on 4 snaps. Third down, Giants picked up 16 yards on 2 snaps. The Bengals 58 yards on 3 snaps on third down.
2nd down and 3. The Bengals have it at their own 45. Double tight ends in for Cincinnati. Burrow fakes a toss to the left, now throws a pass, it's deflected, and it falls incomplete.
Man.
It was intended for Eric All, and it didn't get there because Boogie Basham got a hand on it and deflected it away.
The Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy made a play right there. I mean, that was going to go for some yards, too. It was open. Receiver was running on the same course that Joe Burrow was out of pocket. There was a perfect relationship there. I think it would have been significant yards after catch, but Basham made sure it didn't happen.
The Bengals were stopped on 3rd and 1 on their last possession. Now it is 3rd down and 3. Cincinnati's ball at the 45-yard line, leading 7-0. Burrow drops back to throw, fires, caught for the first down. T. Higgins using his long reach to go out and grab that ball. Deontay Banks had good coverage, but T has it at the 50 for the first down.
And Joe Burrow's looking at that man coverage situation. You know, they like Banks, second-year guy out of Maryland. Bengals love Higgins, and so does Joe Burrow, so I think he's going to be looking at that man-to-man matchup, Banks on Higgins, pretty frequently.
Fans are reacting to a replay showing that Higgins might not have controlled it to the ground. The Bengals snapped the ball before a red challenge flag, and on the toss to the left, Chase Brown picks up 1 yard. Bobby Okereke making the tackle. Signed a big free agent deal a year ago after spending 4 years with the Colts. 2nd and 9 Cincinnati at the 49 of New York.
He's athletic and he can certainly run, and he's got a quick trigger. When he decides to pull that trigger, boy, he is after it.
Zach Moss checks in at running back. Burrow in the gun on 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers out to each side of the formation. Joe is ready, catches the shotgun snap, draw play, handoff. Moss is going to run close to the first down marker. He didn't get it, but he'll set up 3rd down and 2. He runs for 7, and Okereke and Phillips combine to make the stop.
Well, like we were saying earlier, the Giants coming into tonight's game giving up over 5 yards a carry, 5.1. 30th in the National Football League. And the Bengals are running to the bubble. By the bubble, I mean whatever guard the linebacker is lined up on, away from the nose tackle, who's a great player. They're going to run to that soft spot, that bubble.
42 seconds left in the first quarter. It is 3rd down and 2 at the Giants' 42. Burrow hands it off to Moss. Burns blows it up for a big loss. He was on top of Moss at the instant that he received the football from Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Gesicki was trying to cut him off. Burns just flew inside. Gesicki had no opportunity. I mean, didn't take a good enough angle. Burns read something, or they had a call that caused him to crash down to the inside. And boy, did he ever, and he just nullified that whole opportunity.
So the Bengals have been stopped on 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2 on their last 2 drives. But they scored on 3rd and 18.
Crazy.
Rico into punt. He'll try to pin the Giants inside the 10. And the quarter has run out. So they'll change sides and punt in the opposite direction when we come back. At the end of 1, Cincinnati 7, the Giants nothing, here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking.
With unlimited plans from Mike's Car Wash, the more you wash, the more you save. And you can wash as often as you want. You'll love the value of an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Unlimited plans available at all 40 Mike's Car Wash locations. Open daily, 7 to 9.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike Sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
We go to the second quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Cincinnati on top 7-zip thanks to the longest run of Joe Burrow's career, a 47-yard touchdown on Cincinnati's opening drive. The Bengals about to punt to begin the second quarter. The ball is at the 46 of New York, so Ryan Rico will have to take a little off it and try to float one inside the 10.
Ryan Burns has burned the Bengals a couple of times. Quarterback sack and tackle for loss on that last 3rd down.
Smith Marset is the return man for New York. This is punted straight up in the air, and it will be fair caught at the 14-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Bengals Radio Network. A 32-yard punt by Ryan Rico, giving the Giants the ball at their own 14-yard line. That is not Ryan's strength, trying to pooch one inside the 15 or the 10.
Yeah, he's
at his best when he lets it rip.
Right, exactly. He wants to crush it.
Daniel Jones threw a red zone pick on the Giants' last series. It was 1st and 10 at the 14, and he got picked off. On first down, it's a zone read. The quarterback keeps, and Jones will run up the middle of the field for a first down. Runs out to the 27-yard line for a gain of 13. Von Bell made the tackle. He ran about 5 quarterback draws last week against Seattle.
Yeah, he can run. I mean, he's had some surgery, he's had some problems, but he looks like he's fully recovered. You have to respect Tracy's speed, and that was a well-designed play. Faked the handoff on a sweep to Tracy, and then just took it right up the gut.
1st and 10 from the 27. Jones moves under center. Tracy hand on knees behind him. Play action fake. Jones under pressure.
Yeah.
Hendrickson sacks him at the 17. The 4th sack of the year for big play Trey.
Boy, I'll tell you, he did a good job. He got Thomas redirecting, gave up the inside. He had a soft inside shoulder. As soon as Trey Hendrickson felt that soft inside shoulder, he ripped inside and made the sack on Jones. Great effort by Trey Hendrickson. Boy, power rush, but he finished it off with a quick inside move.
Officially a loss of 9 on that sack for Trey Hendrickson, his first in a couple of weeks. 2nd down and 19 as a result. Tracy goes in motion. There's the quarterback draw. Jones to the 25, and Jermaine Pratt will make the tackle at the 28.5. It'll be 3rd down and about 9.
Well, the thing is, Joe Burrow's 47-yard touchdown run was off a scramble. These are design quarterback runs that they're doing, with a guy of Jones's caliber, his kind of speed. He's got pretty good size to him as well. He's effective running the football in their design runs.
3rd down and 8. Clock running, 13:03 left in the half. Cincinnati up 7-zip. Tracy in the backfield to the right of Daniel Jones. Now a tight end backs up to the left of Daniel Jones. He's back to throw. Fires deep downfield. Incomplete. A diving attempt at the Cincinnati 40 by Wandale Robinson, and he could not grab that throw from Daniel Jones.
B.J. Hill hit him as soon as he released the football. B.J. Hill is putting pressure on Jones, and he got up and stood around over the top of Jones to let him know, yeah, it was me again. And I think as a result, just that little bit of hurry made Jones throw the ball a little bit inaccurately down the field.
Matt Hawk, 30 years old, into punt. Again, he was part of a 5-man tryout on Friday to become the Giants punter. Takes his time, gets it off, and kicks it very well. Jones backpedaling inside the 20, catches at the 16 near the sideline, runs up the sideline, now cuts toward the middle of the field, and makes it to the 30-yard line. Good job by Charlie Jones, and the Bengals will have it at their own 30 when we come back. 12:35 left in the half, a 14-yard run back after a 54-yard punt. 12:35 remaining in the quarter, 7-0 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Classic Rock 92.1. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to get a bite to eat? Are you ready to be a winner? Red Mile Gaming and Racing is ready for you. Play on one of our 900 exciting games. Enjoy live entertainment and check out the Red Bar, our brand new sports bar and lounge. Who's ready for fun?
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Specials and discounted prices not far behind. Breakfast sandwiches and hot coffee are neck and neck on the outside. Great selection of snacks is holding steady while the drive-thru service is rounding out the pack. They're rounding the turn. And it's Clark's Pop and Shop for the win.
Get in the winner's circle with Clark's Pop and Shop. Stop by and pick up assorted Hershey's, Reese's, Kit Kat standard size candy bars, 2 for $3, and assorted Hostess single-serve snack cakes, 2 for $4.
Clark's Pop and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
I love me some football.
I love me some football. Bengals football. Classic Rock 92.1.
Get an edge with Bengals banking. Visit 53.com to learn more about our Fifth Third Better perks for Bengals fans just like you.
Well, what are the odds in the second quarter that Joe Burrow would have more rushing yards than passing yards? That is the case. 57 rushing yards for Joe, including a 47-yard touchdown. Only 36 passing yards so far. Joe is 4 out of 8. 7-0 Cincinnati, 12:35 left in the half. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Cincinnati's ball 1st and 10. The Bengals at their own 30-yard line. Zach Moss in at running back. Drew Sample now motions toward the right tackle, Amarius Mims. Burrow ready for the shotgun snap. He catches, drops back to throw. Looked like he wanted to fire deep. Nobody open. Now being chased by Ojulari. Gets away and throws a pass incomplete. I don't see a receiver in the vicinity.
No.
He was not outside of the tackle box. That's probably going to be grounding.
Yeah, and the officials are looking at each other, and it's like, who's going to throw the flag? And the referee finally does.
Joe is pointing toward Andre Josivash, but to no avail.
Yeah, it went right at Mims' feet. So intentional grounding will be the ruling. The Bengals are backed up.
Intentional grounding. Number 9, offense. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 2nd down.
I think the officials were so shocked that, are you kidding me? Joe Burrow made a mistake? they couldn't comprehend it, couldn't realize it. They were looking for a receiver that they thought Joe might have seen, but they couldn't find one.
It's the equivalent of a 14-yard sack. Now Chase lines up in the backfield to the left of Joe Burrow. Joe back to throw, screen pass, caught by Moss, got away from a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, pinballs forward, and gets tackled at the 18-yard line. Deontay Banks bringing down Zach Moss.
It's been a penalty-free football game so far, pretty much. The Cincinnati Bengals now have 3 penalties on the evening for 32 yards. 22 yards, and the Giants have 2 for 23.
That screen went for a 2-yard gain, so it is 3rd down and 22. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Joe throws, caught at the 20. Here's Chase at the 25, and he's brought down at the 29. That's 11 yards short of the first down. Okereke making the tackle, and the Bengals have a 3-and-out that lost 1 yard.
And I'll tell you, a guy that is an impressive guy to watch, Isaiah Simmons with the New York Giants, wears number 19. He plays safety and inside linebacker. 6'4", 238 pounds. And they use him to do a bunch of different things. He's a heck of a player.
Rico punts, lofts it very high into the air. Smith-Marset catches.
Nice.
Josh Newton slowed him down, and that allowed a teammate to make the tackle at the 18-yard line.
With that kind of hang time, gunners love it. And they get down there and make plays, and they make tackles with no yards allowed in a return. I mean, it's the glove fitting the hand.
So for the second possession in a row, the Giants will begin inside their own 20. They start at the 17. A 55-yard punt by Ryan Rico, and a 1-yard return by Amir Smith-Marset.
Let me correct about the Giants. The Giants have not been penalized tonight. They've played a very clean game in that regard.
Eric Gray in at running back on 1st and 10 from the 17. Daniel Jones catches the shotgun snap. It's a handoff to Gray, and Jordan Battle is there to wrap him up and bring him down. A pickup of about 2 yards on the first down run.
Bengals are holding up to the run a lot better tonight. They're getting off blocks. They're staying in gaps. They're not being moved out of gaps. They've done a pretty good job handling things in that regard.
Officially a 3-yard pickup for Eric Gray. Clock running with 10:33 left in the half. Cincinnati on top, 7-zip here at MetLife Stadium. Daniel Jones in the gun on 2nd down and 7. The ball on the left hash. The Giants at their own 20. Jones hands it off. Gray grabbed by Logan Wilson with one arm, and he brought him down with a left arm at the 23-yard line. Another 3-yard run And the Giants are looking at 3rd down and 4.
The Giants love that counter tray action. They'll pull the backside guard and tackle. That time they pulled the backside guard and tight end. Same principle, though. The guard kicks out. The tackler tight end turns it up inside and takes the most dangerous defender. The Bengals have defended it fairly effectively.
Only 3 defensive linemen on the field for Cincinnati. Hendrickson, Rankins, and Osai. 3rd down and 4 for the Giants. Jones catches the shotgun snap. It's a 3-man rush. 8 in coverage. Jones takes off and runs, and he will get the first. Well, he got pulled down by the foot right at the line to gain. Let's see where it's spotted. He might not have it. T.J. Turner with the tackle. It is going to be a first down. Barely.
That was a good pop by D.J. Turner at the end right there. And that 3-man line got decent pressure initially. Hendrickson's getting up the football field and trying to get back to the inside. At that point, Jones says, I'm out. Thomas separates from the block. He makes the hit. Logan Wilson came across the top as well to help finish it, but to no avail. 1st and 10.
Wandale Robinson got away with blatant holding on D.J. Turner.
Grabbed him, undressed him.
1st down and 10 from the 28. Jones back to throw. His pass over the middle, caught at the 30, and it's going to be a first down pickup. Checked it down to his running back, Tracy, and he runs to the 40-yard line for a 12-yard gain.
Tracy's impressive. I mean, Tracy, once he catches the football, he squares those shoulder pads up and goes north and south and tries to split people. I mean, he's not shying away from contact. He's lowering his shoulder and getting after it.
He was a wide receiver for his first 5 college seasons, became a running back in his 6th college year. Now he's doing a good job as a rookie running back in the NFL. 1st and 10 from the 40. Jones catches the shotgun snap. It's a deep drop. He's going to fling it deep down the right sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Slayton. D.J. Turner running downfield with Darius Slayton.
3-man defensive line. Lou Anarumo brought Pratt to be the 4th rusher. Good enough protection. D.J. Turner, pretty good coverage. Ball overthrown.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. With 8:09 left in the half, and Cincinnati still on top, 7-zip. The Giants at their own 40. They started this drive at their own 17. Jones in the gun, Tracy to his left. Wandale Robinson now goes in orbit motion behind the QB. Jones back to throw, looking left, throws over the middle, caught by his tight end, and the Bengals make the stop. There's a penalty flag near the line of scrimmage.
I wonder if that
Bellinger made the catch short of the first down.
Shift. 2 offensive players were in motion prior to the snap and did not reset. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
So the orbit motion and somebody else was moving at the same time. 2 people moving at the same time and did not set for a full second.
Wipes out a 7-yard catch for tight end Daniel Bellinger and moves the ball back to the 35-yard line where it's 2nd down and 15. Clock running, 7:53 left in the 2nd quarter. Jones will line up the shotgun with Tyrone Tracy off his right hip. 3 receivers left, 1 out to the right. Bengals have 4 defensive linemen in the game. Shotgun snap, draw play, handoff. Tracy taken down by Mike Hilton at the 35-yard line. No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down and 15.
That's what they were missing with Mike Hilton injured and not able to play that slot corner. He is the most sure tackler they have in the secondary, and that one was a training reel tackle. I mean, he just wrapped him up and took him to the turf. That penalty, by the way, was the first one on the Giants tonight. It took a quarter and a half to sustain one.
Mike Hilton coming out in obvious passing situations. Jalen Davis checks in. 3rd down and 15 for the Giants. Cincinnati has 5 members of the secondary about 15 yards down the field. Daniel Jones looking, scrambling to the right, still behind the line. Now he'll try to run for the first down, and he will not get there. He picked up decent yards, got about 10, but it's 4th down and 5. Geno Stone shoved him out of bounds.
And B.J. Hill could not believe that a hold wasn't called. And he's looking for the officials as he trots off the football field. I mean, at one point he was pulling a flag out of his back pocket. Said, you got to call that. They didn't. Pressure got Jones out of pocket.
The Bengals have punted 3 times, and this will be punt number 3 for Matt Hawk of the Giants. Charlie Jones waiting back at the 8-yard line. The left-footed punt launched. A spinning end-over-end punt, and Charlie Jones calls for a fair catch and hauls it in between the 11 and 12-yard line. So that's where the Bengals will take over. 6:19 remaining in the half. 7-0 Cincinnati the score, and this is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Let's go! Let's football! Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready? Let's go!
Classic Rock 92.1.
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Exposed out of the game with its first specials and discounted prices not far behind. Breakfast sandwiches and hot coffee are neck and neck on the outside. Great selection of snacks is holding steady while the drive-thru service is rounding out the pack. They're rounding the turn. And it's Clark's Pop and Shop for the win!
Get in the winner's circle with Clark's Pop and Shop. Stop by and pick up assorted Hershey's, Reese's, Kit Kat standard size candy bars, 2 for $3, and assorted Hostess single-serve snack cakes, 2 for $4.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Have trouble sleeping? Lacking energy? Struggling with low libido? Feeling anxious? Or like you're in a brain fog? These could be symptoms of low testosterone. At Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss, they specialize in low-T treatments designed to restore your vitality. Their expert team is here to help you regain your strength, boost your mood, and feel like yourself again. Call Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss at 859-629-0484 or visit online LexingtonWellnessandWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation. Live life to the fullest with Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss.
I love me some football.
I love me some football.
Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is what you do right here.
Classic Rock 92.1.
We invite you to join us this Wednesday night. We'll be at the Anderson Township Pub for the Bengals Game Plan Show presented by Bud Light. We'll be there from 6 to 8. Ted Karras scheduled to join us in the first hour of the show. Visit Bengals.com/gameplan for more info. It's the Bengals ball at the 12 after a 45-yard punt by Matt Hawk. 6:19 left in the second quarter. Cincinnati scored early on a 47-yard scramble by Joe Burrow, and then it's pretty much been a punt fest ever since. The Bengals also came up with a takeaway in the red zone to keep the Giants off the scoreboard. Cincinnati lines up in an I formation. Eric All is the fullback. Burrow under center. He takes the snap. Stretch run to the left. Cut back by Chase Brown. And he finds some running room by cutting back and picks up about 4 out to the 16. Brian Burns makes the tackle.
Second possession for the Bengals inside their own 20-yard line. They started one drive at the 3-yard line. This one starts at the 12-yard line. Pretty good read right there. Little cutback. Pick up as much as you possibly can. Good yardage gained on first down.
4 carries, 15 yards thus far for the second-year running back out of Illinois, Chase Brown. Now the Bengals will go with an empty formation on 2nd down and 6 from their own 16. Burrow waits for the snap. He catches. Looks to throw. His pass caught by T. Higgins at the 21. Uses a skip arm. Running up the sideline. He refused to go down, and T. Higgins ultimately gets tackled at the 40 by Pinnock.
I'll tell you what, you talk about yards after contact, yards after catch. I mean, T. Higgins was a machine on that one. 6'4", 220 pounds, and he showed some serious power. I mean, ran right through an arm tackle. I mean, that arm tackle is pretty bad looking by Banks, and T. Higgins made him pay.
26 yards on the catch and run for T. Higgins. Now Jamar Chase lines up like a tailback behind Joe Burrow in a pistol formation. Burrow throws over the middle. Juggled and caught by T. Higgins. You can hear the Bengals fans chanting T. Here in New Jersey, he picks up 7 yards on the slant from the right sideline.
And really, the Giants are doubling Jamar Chase. They're clouding him a lot of times with a safety in a corner or however they're combo covering him. And so the Bengals are trying to figure out ways to get him involved in the football game. But T. Higgins is going to have plenty of opportunities.
4 targets for T. He's got 4 catches for 48 yards. 2nd down and 3 Bengals at their own 47. They line up in an I formation. Now Eric All moves a little to the left. It's a toss to the left, and Chase Brown will be tackled for a loss. Drop for a loss of 2 by Tyler Newbin. And 2nd and 3 becomes 3rd and 5.
Trying to get to that bubble, and that time the New York Giants did a pretty good job of it, playing over across the face of people and making a play. Big 3rd down conversion here. You've got to keep this drive alive. The Bengals are 3 out of 6, right at 50% on 3rd down conversion.
Chase and Yossi Bosch out to the right. Gesicki and Higgins out to the left. Moss in the game as well. It's an empty backfield for the Bengals on 3rd down and 5. Burrow against the 5-man rush. Pump fakes, retreats, fires, and dropped at the 42 of New York by Jamar Chase. It looked like a good throw from Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase did not haul it in.
Yeah, Joe manipulates the pocket, steps up, puts it, looked like it was a catchable football. It might have gotten up on Jamar quicker than he anticipated. Joe put some juice on that ball.
He had Adoree Jackson roasted on that one.
Yep, he was trailing him.
That's a good throw.
It was there for the taking.
Rico into punt. Adoree Jackson back to return. This is an extremely high punt. Jackson gets out of the way. It bounces at the 10, and the Bengals will down it around the 9-yard line.
Both punters are doing a pretty good job in this football game, doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
Davis Gaither jumping up to down it. And so the Giants will start from their own 9 when we come back. 3:14 remaining in the half. Still 7-0 Cincinnati. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike Sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
I'm Ted Karras, center for the Cincinnati Bengals. Each day I try to take steps to be my best self. Working out, practicing, taking care of my body, and my mental health. But what else can we do to stay on track? Scheduling a visit with your doctor can help you stay on the path to your best health. Join Kettering Health and the Cincinnati Bengals as we team up to tackle our best season yet. Visit ketteringhealth.org/Bengals to learn more. Sponsored by Kettering Health.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in Bengals terms.
It's like back-to-back AFC North titles.
Impressive.
It's like the roar of the jungle.
Hooday!
It's like their quarterback swagger.
Come on, nobody's that cool.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
The crackling flame, the piercing heat. We were all born with a fire burning deep within our bellies. For me, Gustavus Swift, I turned my fire into the creation of Swift Foods back in 1855. For you, it might simply be to smoke a tastier rack of ribs than that blowhard Steve. Go on, find your spark. Swift Foods, inspiring extraordinary meals since 1855.
3:14 left in the second quarter. The Giants will start from their own 9-yard line. The Bengals have a 7-0 lead here at MetLife Stadium. Daniel Jones in the shotgun. Tracy lines up to his left. Jones fakes a handoff, throws over the middle. Caught by Slayton. He has a blocker in front. Running to the 40. Now the 50. Far sideline Bengals 40.
Flag.
DJ Turner gets him out of bounds.
Bring it back.
The penalty flag is back at the 14-yard line.
Bring it back. The Giants linemen are retreating. They're going back. They know the play's coming back. I wonder if somebody was lined up improperly off the line of scrimmage too far, or illegal formation.
Or lineman downfield, maybe?
Ineligible player downfield, number 78, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay. First down.
Yeah, Andrew Thomas was the first guy that was walking back, so I think he knew the mistake he made, and that's a costly one. Man, is that's not just the penalty of the yards enforced. I mean, that thing's like, that penalty is 3/4 of a football field.
It's about a 60-yard gain.
Yeah, and then the penalty on top of that, literally, it's 3/4 of a football field on that penalty.
56 yards to be exact, wiped out because the left tackle was too far down the field. So it is 1st and 15. The Giants have it at their own 5-yard line. Jones catches the shotgun snap right at the goal line, looks left, floats it down the field, incomplete. Hyatt was the intended receiver. Cam Taylor-Britt in coverage.
And they wanted an offensive pass interference. Cam Taylor-Britt left his feet, went airborne well before the arrival of football, but the coaches felt like he was interfered with. But bottom line is he had no opportunity. He would have had to be Inspector Gadget to extend his hand high enough to make an interception there.
Jalen Hyatt, a second-round draft pick out of Tennessee last year. He does not have a catch so far this season. 2nd down and 14. The Giants at their own 5-yard line. Jones catches the shotgun snap. Quick pass. Incomplete. Intended for Slayton at the 12. Turner and Hilton were there, and it's 3rd down and 14.
Get off the field right here and make them punt the football where you're going to get a decent drive start. The Bengals have been backed up a couple of times. I mean, it'd be good to have the football right around the midfield or maybe your own 40-yard line, worst case scenario, if you can make a stop right here.
And the Bengals still have 2 timeouts remaining. Daniel Jones has thrown 4 straight incompletions. He is a running threat here on 3rd down and 14 from his own 5. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Jones trying to draw the Bengals offside. Now he catches. It's a 4-man rush. He's in the end zone. He throws. Caught by Tracy at the 8. And he'll be brought down by Logan Wilson at the 13-yard line. So, well short of the first down. And the Giants will be punting from right around their goal line.
So, tick, tick, tick. 2 minutes and 18 seconds and counting. I guess the Bengals are content to let it go down to the 2-minute warning. They have 2 timeouts left, as you talked about. They would have called a timeout a while ago if, in fact, they were going in that direction.
They would rather have them if they need them in the final 2 minutes, so the clock hits 2 minutes, and we'll take a timeout for the 2-minute warning. The score, 7-0 Cincinnati. The Giants about to punt from deep in their own territory on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
Bengals fans, new Goldfish Crisps are here to elevate your game day spread. Taste how Goldfish does chips in delicious flavors like cheddar, sour cream and onion, or salt and vinegar. Try them all and find your new home team favorite, available now at Kroger.
I'm Ted Karras, center for the Cincinnati Bengals. Each day I try to take steps to be my best self, working out, practicing, taking care of my body and my mental health. But what else can we do to stay on track? Scheduling a visit with your doctor can help you stay on the path to your best health. Join Kettering Health and the Cincinnati Bengals as we team up to tackle our best season yet. Visit ketteringhealth.org/Bengals to learn more.
Skyline's now the official chili of the Cincinnati Bengals. And that has... There's no better way to celebrate a Bengals win than Skyline Chili. Stop by your neighborhood Skyline on game day and Tony up, Bengals Nation. It's Skyline time.
We have 2 minutes left in the half here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The score, 7-0 Cincinnati on an early and long Joe Burrow touchdown run. Try 47 yards for the Bengals quarterback. Since then, A lot of punts and one Bengals takeaway on an interception by Jermaine Pratt. The pass that was tipped by his old college roommate, B.J. Hill. Hawk standing 2 yards deep in the end zone. Charlie Jones waits to return the punt at the Bengals 45. Hawk in his first game in a Giants uniform. The snap, waist high. Here comes his punt. Charlie Jones moves under it, middle of the field, catches at the 45, and he will be pulled down right there. Got driven backward, but they'll mark it down at the 45. An excellent drive start for Cincinnati. 1:50 left in the half, and the Bengals have 2 timeouts to work with.
And this is where Joe Burrow can slice and dice a little bit. I mean, the Bengals finally have decent field position. You know, you got a place kicker that has serious range that won't take long to get in money max field goal range, but you want to punch this in the end zone if you can.
2 receivers out to each side of the formation. Zach Moss in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Burrow fakes to Moss. Scrambling around and sacked for a 2-yard loss. Ojulari brings down Burrow before he could get rid of the ball.
Joe Burrow trying to manipulate that pocket, and Ojulari showing some athleticism of his own. In short space, change direction ability, pretty impressive for a guy of his stature.
The Bengals do not use a timeout and do not go hurry up. They huddled. The clock is running with 1:20 left in the half. They only lost a yard on the sack. Now the Bengals go with an empty formation on 2nd down and 11 at their own 44. Burrow under pressure, throws over the middle. It is caught, and Gesicki tumbles forward just past midfield. Make that Yossi Bosch on the catch. He's about 5 yards short of the first down. The Bengals not calling a timeout. We got 55 seconds to go.
And the New York Giants, whenever they get in an even front, it's a pressure tip. Whenever they uncover the center, they're going to bring somebody additional to the 4-down lineman. Ted Karras in the interior of the offensive line has done a pretty darn good job neutralizing Lawrence so far.
Tanner Hudson in the game, playing for the first time since the season opener. On 3rd down and 5, Burrow looking, pump fakes, sacked again. They can't protect him. Ojulari nailing Joe Burrow again.
And there's nowhere to throw the football. Rush 4, drop 7. And the Giants are calling timeout. They want to preserve as much clock as they possibly can. And Joe has nowhere to throw the football, and the pressure is getting to him. I mean, right now, the New York Giants' rush in coverage is working in perfect harmony.
Three sacks in the first half for the Giants. 29 seconds left as Rico comes in to punt.
That's 19 sacks in 14 quarters for the New York Giants. That is ridiculous.
Adoree Jackson waiting back at the 10-yard line. Adamitis getting ready to snap it back to rookie punter Ryan Rico. Rico standing at the Bengals 29. Puts his foot into the ball, kicks it very, very high. Adoree Jackson will let it bounce. It bounces at the 7 and goes into the end zone. Took some time off the clock. We've got 21 seconds left, and the Giants will have the ball at their own 20.
Adoree Jackson did a pretty good job of bluffing that time and could not find the football quickly enough. Could the Gunners before the ball bounded in the end zone. Pretty good job by Adoree Jackson playing a little cat and mouse.
The Giants have 1 timeout left. Greg Joseph is their kicker. They would need to gain about 55 yards, and they're not going to bother trying. They will take a knee. That brings out the Boo Birds here in New Jersey as the remaining time will run off the clock. So, a defensive struggle in the first half here in the Meadowlands. And the Bengals will go to the locker room with a 7-0 lead. We invite you to stay tuned for the halftime report. Wayne Boxmiller is standing by. 7-0 Cincinnati at the half here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRIEND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Members, it's here. Milo's Rewards Week deals for members only are up for grabs. Home decor, holiday tools, you name it, it's for less. Get up to 40% off store-wide on hundreds of items, including select power tools, tool storage, and ladders. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today and get instant access to Milo's Rewards Week deals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offer valid 10/10 through 10/16. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Hey guys, where else would you rather be?
Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The halftime report is brought to you by Alta Fiber, the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Kettering Health, best care for the best fans. Kettering Health, official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's Wayne Bucks Miller on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to the halftime report on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The halftime score: the Cincinnati Bengals 7, the New York Giants nothing. Let's get straight to the highlights. And Joe Burrow said, if you're going to pressure us, I'm going to take the ball and run, and he does it on the scramble.
3rd down and 5 Bengals. Burrow in the shotgun. Bolson tapping both sides of his helmet. It's snapped back to Burrow. It's a 5-man rush. Joe forced to scramble. He'll run up the middle of the field for the first down, and he goes into a feet-first slide at the 45-yard line.
And on the big 3rd and long, this time he doesn't slide. He takes it to the house.
3rd down and 18 on the Bengals' first drive of the game. Again, the Bengals with an empty formation. Shotgun snap. It's a 5-man rush. Burrow runs.
Oh,
He's at the 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Dives for the pylon.
Yeah.
Touchdown! A 47-yard touchdown run by Joe Burrow.
And the Giants tried to get a little traction, but that is stopped thanks to Jermaine Pratt.
1st and 10 in the red zone at the Cincinnati 14, with the Bengals leading 7-0. Play action fake, and a rollout to the right. This pass deflected and intercepted. Yeah. The Bengals have the ball. Jermaine Pratt running it back to the 20, 25, and a pair of offensive linemen will make the tackle at the 27-yard line. Jones had his arm hit as he dropped back to pass. B.J. Hill got a piece, and it floated downfield into the hands of Jermaine Pratt for the interception.
The North Carolina State connection on that play. And as always, when you drop back to pass, Trey Hendrickson will find you.
Jones moves under center. Tracy hand on knees behind him. Play action fake. Jones under pressure. Hendrickson sacks him at the 17. The 4th sack of the year for big play Trey.
And the halftime score is 7-0. Back with more on the Bengals halftime report right here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
A fifth third better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in Bengals terms.
It's like back-to-back AFC North titles.
Impressive.
It's like the roar of the jungle.
Hooday!
It's like their quarterback swagger.
Come on, nobody's that cool.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. free.
Experience the NFL with On Location, the official hospitality provider of the NFL. On Location offers official tickets and unrivaled access to all of the NFL's premier events. With exclusive partnerships with more than 20 NFL teams, On Location brings you up close for all of the action, providing fans with unforgettable moments from draft day to Super Bowl Sunday and everything in between. Visit NFLOnLocation.com for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com.
Behind every successful business is a strong leader. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR software helps build winning teams and great places to work. We're pumped to watch Bengals history unfold at Paycor Stadium. Find out how Paycor can help your business at Paycor.com.
Bengals fans, new Goldfish Crisps are here to elevate your game day spread. Taste how Goldfish does chips in delicious flavors like cheddar, sour cream and onion, or salt and vinegar. Try them all and find your new home team favorite, available now at Kroger.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report. Let's take a quick look at AFC North scores. The Ravens 30-23 over the Commanders. Cleveland Browns lose to the Eagles 20-16, and the Steelers 32-13 over the Raiders. And in a midday matinee, somewhat of an embarrassment, the Lions 47-9 over the Cowboys. Let's go back to Dan Hort and Dave Lapham at MetLife Stadium.
All right, Box, thank you. 7-0 Cincinnati is our score here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Time for the halftime injury report. It's brought to you by Kettering Health. The best care for the best fans. Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Not much to report, thankfully. On the injury report, Jason Pinnock left for a while for the Giants, but was able to come back into the game. Nothing really to report for Cincinnati so far. We'll knock on wood and hope that continues to be the case. Now let's take a look at some halftime stat leaders. They are brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow came into this game as the hottest quarterback in the NFL. His passing stats, pretty pedestrian in the first half. 9 for 15 for 87 yards, 3 sacks, no touchdowns, no picks, and a passer rating of 76. Thankfully, on 3rd down and 18, on the Bengals' first drive of the game, he took off running to the right, and there was nobody between him and the goal line. He ran 47 yards for the only points of this game.
And he had another carry for 10 yards, 2 carries for 57 yards, averaging 28.5, including that touchdown saunter. How about Jones? Jones has got a quarterback rating of 38.8. He's half of the quarterback rating of Joe Burrow, which is at 76, that Joe obviously is not used to. T. Higgins targeted 4 times, caught every pass, 48 yards. Jamar Chase targeted 3 times, 2 catches for 19 yards. They are definitely clouding to his side of the football field. They're going to have to make an adjustment there. Only 1 turnover in the football game. The Bengals, no interceptions, no fumbles. Neither team has put the ball on the ground. The Giants did have the interception that Pratt picked off. Red zone efficiency, the Giants are 0 for 1. The interception occurred in the red zone. The Bengals haven't gotten there. The Bengals had no red zone opportunity, so it has been in what people thought might be a high-scoring, offensive shootout. Sometimes in the National Football League, you just don't know, and it's turned out to be a defensive battle for sure.
This has been the most trouble the Bengals have had protecting Joe Burrow this year, and it's not Dexter Lawrence that's dominating. Ojulari has a couple of sacks, and really pretty much everybody up front is putting pressure on Joe.
Yeah, I think that honestly, they're doing a pretty good job. It seems like they are getting 4 eyes and 4 hands on Dexter Lawrence as many times as they possibly can. I think Ted Karras is doing a good job. Both his guards on either side of him, Kappa and Volson, are handling the interior. They're handling the bubble linebacker as well as Dexter Lawrence and the down lineman inside. I think it's been pretty solid in the interior. The problem has been on the edges. Orlando Brown got beaten inside, and Mims got beaten a couple times on the edge. So that's where the problems lie.
Bengals won the toss prior to the game and elected to take the ball, so the Giants will get it to begin the third quarter when we come back. Our halftime score, 7-0 Cincinnati, and this is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Powered by Clark's Pump and Shop, Classic Rock and Football, the Bengals, and Classic Rock 92.1.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only. Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GARAGE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Classic Rock 92.1.
Get ready to get pumped up.
Baby, let's go. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
It is halftime here at MetLife Stadium. Cincinnati leads the New York Giants 7-0, and this broadcast is copyrighted by the Bengals for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited. Here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The Bengals trying to beat the Giants in the Meadowlands. They have never done that before. They have never won a road game against the Giants. However, they have won here at MetLife Stadium. In fact, they've won 2 of their last 3 games in this building, but all 3 of those meetings were against the New York Jets.
How about it? Yeah, the Bengals and the Giants have only met 11 times coming into this football game, and the Bengals are 6-5. I mean, close football games. Every one of them has seemed to be decided by 7 points or less, or a good number of them. The Bengals have won a couple of blowouts. The Giants have never won a game by more than 7 points against the Bengals. And we get another tight football game here. And how about the Bengals defense, the much maligned? I mean, scored upon at will the last few weeks, and here it is, halftime. They've pitched a shutout.
The Bengals trying to move into sole possession of third place in the North since the Browns lost in Philadelphia today. Cleveland falling to 1-5. The Bengals, of course, play the Browns in Cleveland next week. Nick Chubb expected to be back next week for the Browns, who have not scored 20 points in a game this season. They have not had 200 passing yards in a game this season.
Man, it has been offensive. It's been moribund offensively. Nick Chubb, of course he's going to be back, but I wonder how effective he will be.
Hopefully not very.
Yeah, really.
Here comes the run-up and the kick, and the third quarter is underway as Money Mac launches it very, very high into the end zone. Caught by Smith-Marset. He will not run it back. And the Giants will begin from the 30. Daniel Jones completed half of his passes in the first half, 8 out of 16, 81 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception for a passer rating of 38.8. It's amazing for Daniel Jones. In his career, he's been good on the road, 41 touchdown passes, 14 interceptions. In his home games, 27 TDs, 30 interceptions. Amazing. More interceptions than touchdown passes in this building.
Incredible. He's only been sacked 1 time. Joe Burrow's been sacked 3.
1st and 10 from the 30. Jones under center. Tracy lined up behind. Daniel Jones fakes a handoff, steps up in the pocket, fires toward the near sideline. Slayton tried to pick it off his shoe tops and couldn't do it. It's incomplete. A low throw from Daniel Jones.
Well, he ran a good route. He got good separation coming back on that route. And Daniel Jones, put it a little bit low, but very, very catchable, but not to be for Slayton.
So 2nd down and 10. For the Giants at their own 30 on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals up 7-0. Shotgun snap. It's a run to the left for Tracy. Tries to cut it back.
Nice.
B.J. Hill having a game against his former team. Makes the tackle for no gain.
The Giants only ran the ball 10 times in the first half. They had 47 yards rushing, 4.7 per. That was well snuffed out right there. No cutback lane available. 3rd down and 9.5 to go. Get off the football field now.
And again, the Bengals will go with just 3 defensive linemen, although they have their linebackers creeping up on either side of the center, trying to confuse Daniel Jones. Pratt backs up now. Shotgun snap. It's a 3-man rush. Jones flings it downfield, caught short of the sticks, and the Bengals make the tackle 2 yards short of a 1st down. Theo Johnson, the rookie tight end from Penn State, made the catch. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Giants, and the Bengals will probably decline it. It would be 4th and 2 if they decline.
Illegal formation, offense. The right tackle was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
All right, they do not decline it. That surprises
Penalties
me.
decline, result of the play, 4th down.
Just a delay on the decision or the announcement. So it's 4th and 2. The Bengals don't expect the Giants to go for it in a 7-0 game at their own 38.
Well, they're staying on the field.
See if they just try to draw the Bengals offside or if they actually go for it. Be risky. It's 4th and 2.
Sure would be.
If they do, in fact, go for it, feels like a zone read keeper by the quarterback, Daniel Jones. He's got Tracy in the backfield to his right. 4th and 2. The Giants at their own 38. They snap it back to Jones. Here comes a blitz. He throws. Broken up.
Beauty.
It's incomplete. Mike Hilton wrapping his left arm around Wandale Robinson. And that decision by Brian Dable is a disaster. The Bengals will take over in Giants territory.
Just like a turnover. That's just like a takeaway. It's like Mike Hilton picked that football off. To knock it down on 4th down is outstanding, and his coverage was phenomenal. He was all over that. I can't believe Jones threw that football thinking that he could sneak it in there.
All right, this is the closest the Bengals have snapped the ball to the end zone in this game. 1st and 10 at the 38. It's a handoff to Moss. Tries to pinball his way up the middle of the field and gets tackled at the 35-yard line. Dexter Lawrence bringing him down.
In the first half, the Cincinnati Bengals ran the ball 11 times. Now, Joe Burrow's touchdown run is going to distort everything, obviously. So Joe Burrow's touchdown run was 47 yards. So that's 32 yards on 10 carries. And then Joe Burrow's rush made it over 7 yards a carry.
T. Higgins goes out to the left. Chase goes out wide to the right. Yossi Bosch in the slot to the right. From the 35 of New York, shotgun snap. Burrow cocks the arm, fires. Caught over the middle by Chase. He'll be brought down at the 26. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Jason Pinnock with the tackle.
Move the chains, Jamar Chase says. He gets up, working his way back to the huddle. And boy, Jamar Chase is drawing a lot of attention from those blue jerseys. There is no question about it. He is a wanted man by that defensive unit of the New York Giants.
3 catches, 28 yards for Jamar Chase. He entered play this week, number 2 in the NFL in receiving yards. Only Nico Collins of Houston had more. From the 26 of New York, Burrow turns right, hands it off. Moss popped hard, loses the ball, and the Giants appear to recover at the 22-yard line. They do.
Man.
Ojolari punched it out, and Micah McFadden recovers the fumble.
Well, that evens up the turnover scenario, and both teams turn it over when they're on the doorstep of scoring points. Man, that's just a, really a routine scenario. I think, Zach Moss is going to feel badly about not being able to secure that football.
We'll take a timeout. 12:30 left in the third quarter. The Bengals squander a scoring opportunity, and the Giants get the ball back. 7-0 Cincinnati is our score, and this is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Classic Rock 92.1. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Close out of the game with its first specials and discounted prices not far behind. Breakfast sandwiches and hot coffee are neck and neck on the outside. Great selection of snacks is holding steady while the drive-thru service is rounding out the pack. They're rounding the turn. And it's Clark's Pump and Shop for the win.
Get in the winner's circle with Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop by and pick up assorted Hershey's, Reese's, Kit Kat standard size candy bars, 2 for $3, and assorted Hostess single-serve snack cakes, 2 for $4.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Have trouble sleeping? Lacking energy? Struggling with low libido? Feeling anxious? Or like you're in a brain fog? These could be symptoms of low testosterone. At Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss, they specialize in low-T treatments designed to restore your vitality. Their expert team is here to help you regain your strength, boost your mood, and feel like yourself again. Call Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss at 859-629-0484 or visit online LexingtonWellnessandWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation. Live life to the fullest with Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss.
I love me some football.
I love me some football. Bengals football. Classic Rock 92.1.
Don't forget to catch the Bengals All Access Show from the jungle this year. Visit Bengals.com/TV for the full schedule. 7-0 Cincinnati. 12.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That fumble by Zach Moss. They've credited the forced fumble to Bobby Okereke, inside linebacker, and it was recovered by fellow linebacker Micah McFadden. The Giants will take over at their own 21.
Take away Joe Burrow's 47-yard touchdown. You can't. That's the only score of the game. But 31 other snaps, the Bengals have 115 yards. 31 snaps for the Giants offensively. They have 127.
Daniel Jones in the gun. Hands it off. There's a hole up the middle. And a nice pickup, a gain of 9 for Tyrone Tracy. He's pulled down at the 30 by Hilton and Stone.
One thing you can't think the Giants, they're going up tempo. They're at the line of scrimmage, so I'll save this thought.
2nd down and 1 as Jones waits for the shotgun snap. He catches, same play. No, he faked it. He throws. Nearly picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt in a collision with Slayton. So it's 3rd down and 1.
Good effort there by Cam Taylor-Britt. You can't think that the Giants are going to, fold their tent. They showed poise. They showed calm. They showed professionalism last week. They started poorly against Seattle. They drive all the way to the half-yard line, fumble the football. Seattle picks it up, goes 102 yards for a touchdown, and they ended up scoring 29 points and winning the football game despite that 14-point swing.
3 tight ends in the game. It's a quarterback sneak, and Daniel Jones runs for the necessary yard. It was 3rd and 1, picked up about 2, and that extends the drive for the Giants.
Little scrum going on after the play as a couple of Giants and 3 Bengals still are working against each other.
Inside of 12 minutes to go in the third quarter, still 7-0 Cincinnati. The Bengals scored 3.5 minutes into the game. No points since. Jones ready for the shotgun snap. He catches. He hands it off. Tracy trying to turn the left corner. Got around Osai, and Jermaine Pratt shoves him into the Cincinnati bench area after a gain of about 4 yards.
Both teams are now 3 for 8 on 3rd down. This football game is other than Joe Burrow's 47-yard touchdown scamper, is basically tight as a drum. I mean, both teams have the same numbers.
Only a 2-yard gain as it turned out. It's 2nd down and 8. Here's a receiver screen caught by Robinson. Run down and tackled by Hilton. Make it 2 yards short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for New York.
Mike Hilton closed on that very quickly. I mean, he made a play that if he comes up a little short, that's trouble.
Jones under center on 3rd down and 2. He takes the snap. He hands it off. And Cincinnati makes the tackle. No gain for Tracy on the play. Jermaine Pratt with the stop. Will the Giants go for it on 4th down and 2 again? They got stopped at almost the exact same spot on their previous possession.
And Pratt had the interception. Pratt makes the big stop right there. Pratt's having himself a ball game, and B.J. Hill is basically saying, "Go for it again."
They're going to,
and they're gonna give him his wish.
Sheldon Rankin's checking in for Cincinnati. It's 4th and 2. The Giants at their own 40. Jones under center. Tracy lines up behind. Timeout is called by Brian Dable on the sideline.
Well, his defense bailed him out by forcing a fumble after they got stopped on 4th and 2 the last time. Zach Moss can't secure the football well enough, and red zone issue there.
10-11 left in the 3rd quarter. That's the first timeout that either team has used here in the 2nd half. No sign of the punt team, at least not yet for New York.
Nope.
And quarterback Daniel Jones walking out onto the field. So the Giants, unless they simply try to pull Cincinnati offside, are going to go for it on 4th and 2 for the 2nd time in their own territory in the 3rd quarter.
Coming into the game, the opponents were 7 for 9 on 4th down against the Bengals, but the Bengals stopped the first one.
Jones in the shotgun on 4th down and 2. He is ready. Catches the snap. He runs to the right. It's an option pitch, and Tracy picks up the first down. Got it by about 2 yards as he ran to the 44-yard line. Sam Hubbard made the stop.
I thought that had a chance when the pitch was made, but Tracy, he closed the gap pretty darn quickly on Von Bell. And you're not going to stop that momentum. Von Bell hit him basically at the sticks, and the momentum carried him forward.
1st and 10, Giants at their own 44 with the Bengals up by 7 in the 3rd quarter. Here's a run to the right for Tracy, and he'll be pulled down after picking up a yard at the 46-yard line.
I do think, though, now that the Bengals have all hands on deck, the interior of their defensive line in particular has been a lot more stout in this football game.
Officially a gain of 2 there for Tyrone Tracy, so 2nd down and 8. The Giants have it at their own 46. Daniel Jones waits for the shotgun snap. He has the football. Swing pass out into the flat. Caught by Tracy. Runs in the Bengals territory. Picks up the first down. Cincinnati has him wrapped up. And the officials will blow the play dead at the Bengals 44. Logan Wilson and Geno Stone holding on to Tracy after that effective swing pass.
They're doing a pretty good job on Tracy in the running game, but the former receiver that he is, he's doing an outstanding job
of penalty flag down lap.
Of yards after catch.
The first down.
It's on Cincinnati.
He is just, as soon as he catches the football, he is getting up the football field positively. I mean, squaring those pads up and making a decisive first move. He's basically a receiver at the running back position, and he's a good one.
The penalty was declined. The play stands, and the Giants have it 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 44-yard line. Daniel Jones waits for the shotgun snap. He catches, hands it off, and it's a nice pickup for Eric Gray, running down to the Cincinnati 38. Jermaine Pratt making the stop. A 6-yard gain for Eric Gray.
So that big 4th down conversion gave the Giants a little bit of momentum, and the Bengals are a little bit on their heels right now defensively.
And the Giants going hurry up. They have it at the Cincinnati 38. They snap it to Daniel Jones. Fakes to Gray. Now throws it out of bounds. Cincinnati got pressure on him, and he had to fling it away. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Little play action pass right there, and it was good play action. They pulled a lineman back, following him up in the hole. Lineman is attached to a linebacker down the football field. Therefore, he's not illegally down the football field when Jones throws it out of bounds.
This will be the 12th play of the drive for New York. 3rd down and 4 at the Cincinnati 38. Jones back to throw. His pass caught Good coverage by Cam Taylor-Britt, but it's not a first down. The catch made by Slayton, picked up a couple, and here we go again. It is 4th down and a yard and a half.
And no hesitation. They're going for it. They're not bringing in the punt team. They're bringing in extra skill players and subbing others out.
4th and a long yard. They need to get to the 39. The ball isn't, or 34 rather. The ball isn't quite to the 35. They've been stopped once on 4th and 2, and they have succeeded once on 4th and 2. 5 defensive linemen in the game for Cincinnati. Jones is under center. Tracy lined up behind. Jones has the ball. It's a handoff, and it's a first down. Tracy runs down to the 31. He picked up 4, and that's the second straight 4th down conversion for New York.
They are now 8 for 13 on the season. He has gone for it on 4th down 13 times. Daboll is very, very aggressive in that regard.
The Giants are now in field goal range, trailing 7-0. They've turned it over once in the game. That was in the red zone. Shotgun snap. Jones runs a quarterback draw, and he'll get tackled by Jermaine Pratt after running for 5 yards. Jones really takes a lot of hits when he runs those quarterback draws because there's no chance to slide, but the Giants are content to let him do it. He does it several times a game.
6'5", 230 pounds. They like his physicality, but he has had some injuries. I mean, he missed a good number of games last year.
He tore his ACL last year. 2nd down and 5. It's a handoff to Tracy trying to sweep to the right.
Whoa.
He's got the first down. And he gets tackled at the Cincinnati 19-yard line by Joseph Osai.
All right, now it's time to buckle down here. I mean, they're in the red zone. Can't let them score a game-tying touchdown. Limit this to nothing more than a field goal opportunity now that they are in the red zone.
This drive has taken more than 6 minutes off the clock. 1st and 10 at the Bengals 19-yard line. Cincinnati leading 7-0. Jones catches the shotgun snap, wants to throw, floats it into the end zone, incomplete. And a penalty flag on DJ Turner in the end zone.
It'll be 1st and goal at the 1.
And the intended receiver very slow to get up. He's not up yet.
Pass interference, defense number 20. A foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic first down.
In the red zone this season, before this drive, the New York Giants, less than 44% success rate, tied for 26th in the NFL.
That's a no-doubt call on DJ Turner, no doubt about it. Slayton was the intended receiver. So it's 1st and goal at the 1 after pass interference in the end zone.
That's playing the receiver only. No clue where the ball is.
The Giants line up in an I formation. Jones under center. He takes the snap. He hands it to Tracy. And he's into the end zone, knifing through the left side of his offensive line. So the Bengals turn it over inside the Giants' 25. And New York answers with a 79-yard touchdown drive, excuse me.
That's Tracy's first touchdown. That's his first rushing touchdown. He hasn't caught a touchdown pass yet. So he's on the board in terms of points scored for the Giants this season.
A 16-play, 79-yard touchdown drive that took 6 minutes and 45 seconds off the clock. Here's the PAT to try to tie the score. It is good. And Cincinnati's lead has vanished. We have 5:48 left in the third quarter. The score, 7-all on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Let's go! Let's football! Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ready? Let's go!
Classic Rock 92.1.
Have trouble sleeping? Lacking energy? Struggling with low libido? Feeling anxious? Or like you're in a brain fog? These could be symptoms of low testosterone. At Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss, they specialize in low T treatments designed to restore your vitality. Their expert team is here to help you regain your strength, boost your mood, and feel like yourself again. Call Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss at 859-629-0484 or visit online LexingtonWellnessandWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation. Live life to the fullest with Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss.
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Scores out of the game, wins first, specials, and discounted prices not far behind. Breakfast sandwiches and hot coffee are neck and neck on the outside. Great selection of snacks is holding steady while the drive-thru service is rounding out the pack. They're rounding the turn, and it's Clark's Pump and Shop for the win!
Get in the winner's circle with Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop by and pick up assorted Hershey's, Reese's, Kit Kat standard size candy bars, 2 for $3, and assorted Hostess single-serve snack cakes, 2 for $4.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
I love me some football.
I love me some football. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is what you do right here.
Classic Rock 92.1.
Are you ready to take control of your career? First Star Logistics offers you the highest commissions in the industry as a logistic account executive. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com/careers or call 513-675-6120.
That was a 16-play, 79-yard touchdown drive for the Giants. They completed 2 short passes on that drive. Nearly all of the yards gained came on the ground, including a couple of fourth down conversions. They had 7 first downs on that possession.
And I think that's why Daboll felt so confident. The running game was clicking. Fourth down were achievable fourth downs based on how they were running the football.
Joseph will kick off. Charlie Jones and Chase Brown are back. Here comes the right-footed kick. Launched toward the end zone, and it will not be returned by Charlie, who catches it 9 yards deep. Well, the Bengals scored a touchdown the first time they had the ball today on a 47-yard run by Joe Burrow, the longest of his career. Since then, they've had 6 drives, 5 punts, 1 fumble. Had a hard time protecting Joe. They have not been able to run the ball today. It's been a rough night offensively for a unit that had been the NFL's best over the last 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, they've been on a roll. There's no question. And right now, the New York Football Giants are winning at the line of scrimmage, and that's where it starts.
7-7 the score. 5:48 left in the third here on the First Star Logistics Bengals radio network. The Bengals line up in a pistol formation. Joe Burrow fakes a handoff to Chase Brown. Has to scramble to the right. Now scrambles back to the left. Floats one downfield for Chase.
Oh!
Over the shoulder catch in Giants territory and tackled at the 37 by Cordale Flott.
That is just improvisation. These two guys have been doing this for a long time together. And Joe Burrow, I mean, nowhere to go with the football. The Giants have been sticky in coverage and the pressure eventually getting to Joe. Joe buying time back there, manipulating things. He puts it up for Jamar Chase, and Jamar answers the call.
33 yards on what looked like a wobbly throw, but he delivered it to Chase. Now a rollout to the right by Burrow. He fires a strike, caught by Higgins. T will eventually be pulled out of bounds. He never went to the ground. He's out at the 31. So a gain of 6 for T. Brian Burns and Deontay Banks sandwiching him to make the stop.
Watching the Giants on that snap, I mean, 4 guys running to T. Higgins. Everybody wanting to take a shot at him. I mean, the New York Giants are hustling to the football. They all want to get a piece of it.
T's mom is in attendance here in New Jersey tonight. She was on the field to give him a pregame hug. 2nd down and 4 at the 31 of New York in a 7-7 game in the third quarter. Chase goes in jet motion. It's a forward toss to him. Jamar will run for the first down. That will go in the record books as a pass as he ran in front of Joe Burrow and then caught a little forward pitch and took it down to the 20 before Newman made the tackle.
We used to call that the shovel pass. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's just you're shoveling it. You're not really throwing it like a quarterback's throwing motion. You're just shoveling it forward as the motion man goes across your face. And Jamar turns it up for big yards.
This will be the Bengals' first red zone snap of the day. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of New York. Burrow in the gun. Eric All goes in motion. Joe drops back to throw. Passes for All. Catches at the line of scrimmage. And gets pulled down after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, couldn't make anybody miss on the perimeter there.
Newman with the tackle. Bengals have it at the 19.
They are sure tacklers. I mean, the New York Giants are doing a very, very sound job tonight of making sure that when they tackle people, there's not many yards available afterwards.
Joe Burrow has thrown for 147 yards in the game with a passer rating now of 91. No touchdowns, no picks for the Bengals quarterback. 2nd and 9 from the Giants' 19-yard line. Burrow catches the shotgun snap. Throws it over the middle, caught by Eric All. Dragging tacklers down to the 10, where he's got a first down. Now there's a late penalty flag thrown in at the end of the play.
See what happens here. The Bengals have had no third down attempts in the second half so far. And if this is stands as it is right now, it will not require any third down attention. It'll be 1st and goal.
The ball is just past the 10.
There's no foul for horse collar on the play. The result of the play is a first down.
So a great job of yards after catch there by Eric All. He had a couple of guys on top of him, about 5 yards short of the line to gain, and he got down to the 10 for the first down.
And the jersey was grabbed in the basically between the shoulder blades, where the shoulder pads are, in the official's opinion, and it wasn't up by the neck, by the horse collar area.
Chase Brown is the running back. He lines up to the left of Burrow. The ball is on the left hash. Higgins out to the left. Chase and Yossi Bosch out to the right. Burrow set. Joe catches the shotgun snap, fakes to Chase Brown, looking, firing into the end zone, a low throw, and it's incomplete. Yossi Bosch appeared to be open, and Burrow was not able to get him the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to steer that one, you know. I mean, instead of just ripping it like he does, it came out of his hand a little wobbly that time, and could not be completed to Yossi.
So 2nd down and goal with the ball just inside the 10. Burrow in the gun, Chase Brown to his left. Jamar Chase now goes in motion in front of the quarterback out to the left. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, passes. Higgins catches at the 5, and T is down inside the 2. They'll mark him down at the 1. 3rd and goal coming up from the 1-yard line.
Nice little play action pass there. Lineman pulling, faking the run. Joe pulls the ball out of the running back's belly and finds T. Higgins. The Bengals got to finish this one right here.
Labs Sam Hubbard is checking in
as a lead blocker.
Number 61 reports is eligible. 61 and 94 report is eligible. 61 and 94.
I'd line him up as a fullback and let him lead block.
Any chance they throw to Sam Hubbard? He lines up to the left of the left tackle, Orlando Brown Jr. 3rd down and goal from the 1. Burrow hands it off to Chase Brown. Touchdown! But a penalty flag down at the 8-yard line.
Oh, man.
Chase Brown ran it in with ease, but it looks like it's coming back.
Holding number 67. Offense, 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
He said 67. He's talking about Wilson, I guess. Man. Wow. How about that one? You talk about a critical error. Taking a touchdown off the board by a holding penalty. That's a tough pill to swallow there.
So instead of 3rd down and goal from the 1, it is 3rd down and goal from the 11 after the penalty on Cordell Volson. The Bengals will go with an empty formation. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Burrow looking over the Giants defense as he waits for the snap. He catches at the 17. He's under pressure. Now running to the right. Burrow grabbed, sacked, thrown down rudely at the 19-yard line by the guy who calls himself Sexy Dexy, Dexter Lawrence.
Well, coverage. I mean, honestly, there was nowhere for Joe to go with the football. Joe didn't feel comfortable putting it in a tight spot inside in the red zone like that and risking a turnover, and he tried to create and extend and buy a little bit more time, see if somebody could break free, but Dexter Lawrence said, not going to allow you to do that.
So instead of a touchdown run by Chase Brown, the Bengals have to attempt a 37-yard field goal from the right hash, trying to take the lead here in the third quarter. The snap, the placement. Money Mac's kick on its way. It is good.
Yep.
And the Bengals have a 10-7 lead with 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. Cincinnati up by 3 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
Goes out of the game, wins first, specials, and discount prices out far behind. Breakfast sandwiches and hot coffee are neck and neck on the outside. Great selection of snacks is holding steady while the drive-thru service is rounding out the pack. They're rounding the turn, and it's Clark's Pump and Shop for the win!
Get in the winner's circle with Clark's Pump and Shop. Stop by and pick up assorted Hershey's, Reese's, Kit Kat standard size candy bars, 2 for $3, and assorted Hostess single-serve snack cakes, 2 for $4.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Have trouble sleeping? Lacking energy? Struggling with low libido? Feeling anxious? Or like you're in a brain fog? These could be symptoms of low testosterone. At Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss, they specialize in low-T treatments designed to restore your vitality. Their expert team is here to help you regain your strength, boost your mood, and feel like yourself again. Call Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss at 859-629-0484 or visit online LexingtonWellnessandWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation. Live life to the fullest with Lexington Wellness and Weight Loss.
Prices are falling at Don Franklin. Choose from thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage is available for certified pre-owned makes and models. With dealerships all across the Bluegrass, our trusted family is here to serve all of your auto needs, Kentucky. Come on in to your local Don Franklin dealership or steer your way over to DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Hey guys, where else would you rather be?
Bengals football in the bluegrass. Right here on Classic Rock 92.1.
Help you stay on the path to your best health. Join Kettering Health and the Cincinnati Bengals as we team up to tackle our best season yet. Visit ketteringhealth.org/Bengals to learn more. Sponsored by Kettering Health.
Cincinnati up 10-7 with 41 seconds left in the third quarter here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. We are in the visitors radio booth here at MetLife Stadium with our outstanding crew. Our producer is Dave Yiddy Armbruster. Our on-site engineer is Dave MacGyver Abbott. Our host, Champagne Wayne Box Miller. Our studio producer is Sean McMahon. Our spotter, Nate the Great Larisha. Our statistician is Paul Hummel. And our in-the-booth doctor, just in case lapse passion leads to palpitations, Dr. Pepper.
He better be ready. He better be ready. I mean, the Dr. Pepper may be peppering me pretty quickly here.
10-7 Cincinnati after a 37-yard field goal by Evan McPherson, capping a 9-play, 51-yard drive to take the lead. Now his kickoff, a high spinning end-over-end kick. Caught 4 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. So Daniel Jones and company will start from the 30. They put together a 79-yard touchdown drive the last time they had the ball.
That tied for the most snaps that they've had. It was the most snaps on a touchdown drive. They had a 16-play, 79-yard drive that ended in a fumble. But that was the longest, most plays, most snaps in a touchdown drive for the New York Giants this season.
Daniel Jones will be under center on 1st and 10 from the 30. Tracy is the running back. Slayton goes in motion. Now Jones fakes a handoff. He's in trouble, but he got rid of the ball. Caught by his rookie tight end. He's going to run for a first down. That's Theo Johnson running toward the Giants sideline, the far sideline, and he picks up 15 yards out to the 45-yard line. Logan Wilson with a stop.
Yeah, Logan Wilson in hot pursuit, but too much separation there. Johnson's got some wheels, and she showed it right there.
Theo Johnson, the 5th tight end drafted this year. One tight end before, the Bengals selected Eric All. 1st and 10 at the 45 after that 15-yard gain. It's an empty backfield for the Giants. Now Slayton lines up as a running back, essentially, to the right of Daniel Jones. Long count for Daniel Jones and a timeout called by the Giants.
They let the clock expire.
The end of the quarter.
End of the third quarter, yeah.
So no timeout. The quarter has come to an end, and we'll head to the fourth with Cincinnati on top. 10-7. Stay tuned for the fourth quarter of this nail-biter. The Bengals up by 3 on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. And Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke, and Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Skyline's now the official chili of the Cincinnati Bengals. And to celebrate a Bengals win, then Skyline Chili. Stop by your neighborhood Skyline on game day and Tony up, Bengals Nation. It's Skyline time.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
Well, for the second week in a row, the Bengals take a 3-point lead to the fourth quarter. Last week, against Baltimore, they pushed that lead to 10 on 2 occasions in the fourth quarter before the Ravens came back and scored the final 13 points of the game to beat Cincinnati by 3 in OT. Our score here in New Jersey, 10-7 Cincinnati. The Giants have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 45. Their last drive was a 16-play touchdown drive. Prior to that, on their 5 previous possessions, they had a total of 19 plays, but they had 16 and scored a touchdown on their last possession.
Well, they've only been penalized twice for 9 yards in the entire football game, so they've been playing pretty sound football in that regard. The Bengals 5 penalties for 50 yards, and the crusher is the one that nullified the touchdown.
Daniel Jones in the gun. Tracy lines up to his left. 1st and 10 at the 45. Shoulder high snap. Here's a handoff up the gut. Tracy got hit at the line of scrimmage, but kept his legs churning. Wound up gaining 4. Jordan Battle with the tackle. It's a 4-yard run for the former Purdue Boilermaker, Tyrone Tracy. The Giants go no huddle. They get lined up quickly. They send 3 receivers out to the left and 1 out to the right. Daniel Jones catches the shotgun snap, looks to run a quarterback draw. Sam Hubbard there to make the tackle, along with Jermaine Pratt, 2 yards short of the Giants' first down at the Cincinnati 47.
That's at least 3 or 4 times that they've called that quarterback draw, and every single time Jones is hammering it up in there for positive yards.
3rd down and 2 at the Cincinnati 47. Jones catches, hands it off to Tracy, stacked up and tackled. He did not get the first down. He picked up a half a yard. It's 4th and a yard and a half.
They'll be going.
No doubt.
There's no question about that.
Sam Hubbard made the tackle there.
They're past midfield, and they've already gone for it 3 times and made 2 of them. They're going again.
Big McKinley Jackson is going to check in the middle of the defensive line for Cincinnati. The clock is running, 13:37 left in the fourth quarter. 4th and a long yard for the Giants at the Cincinnati 46.5. Jones runs a quarterback sneak.
Ooh.
It all depends on the spot.
Yep.
They are coming in right at the line to gain at the 45-yard line. I think he's got it. We'll see.
I think he does.
Yes, he does.
If it's the 45, it's past the marker. Yeah.
Not by much, but he got it.
Yep. And they just feel at that point, you have a big, strong quarterback who runs the ball with some urgency. The offensive line is handling business up front at this stage of the game. Daboll is exceptionally aggressive. There is no question.
So 3 straight fourth down conversions for the Giants. They have it 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 45. The Bengals lead by 3. Early fourth quarter. Jones under center takes the snap. It's a deep drop. Now throws a short pass. It is caught. Running to the 40 is Tracy. Gets away from Pratt, who gets tackled by Rankins at the 35, just short of the first down.
Boy, B.J. Hill's not happy. I mean, he got held, and he was trying. He was calling for the holds. He ran by the quarterback, and there was no call, and he definitely got held.
2nd down and less than a yard for the Giants. They are within field goal range. Cincinnati leading by 3 with 12 minutes and 9 seconds left in regulation. 10-7, Cincinnati on top. 2nd and short. Might the Giants try to go deep here? Jones is under center. He runs a quarterback sneak. He's got the first down as he gets shoved forward by his teammates to the Cincinnati 33.
The Giants feel like that 16-play, 79-yard touchdown drive set a tone and fatigued the Bengals defense a little bit. They're running a lot of snaps, like you mentioned, Dan. I mean, they only had, 19 snaps before that 16-play drive that they had. And here they are following up with another grinder.
And very little of it is coming through the air.
Yep.
Now the Giants go with an empty formation. 3 receivers left, 2 out to the right. Daniel Jones is ready. 4 down linemen in for Cincinnati. The Bengals send a blitz. Jones protected. Passes. It's caught. Tracy with the catch. He'll be tackled at the Cincinnati 29. Jordan Battle was there. It's a 5-yard gain.
Mike Hilton acted like he was going to blitz off the slot, and then he ended up being a spy for Jones. He ended up working his way to the middle of the football field and basically spying Jones if, in fact, he tucked it to run.
2nd down and 5 at the Cincinnati 28. Eric Gray is checked in at running back. Jones catches, fakes a handoff to Gray, throws a pass that's incomplete, intended for Jalen Hyatt. 3rd down and 5 coming up.
That was the 9th play of the drive. 10 play coming up. And the drive before this was 16. Right now, your football conditioning is being challenged.
DJ Turner in coverage on that last pass. 3rd down and 5. Gray stays in at running back. He's in the backfield to the left of Daniel Jones. 2 receivers left, 2 out to the right. Jones ready for the shotgun snap. Cincinnati showing pressure. Jones catches. Daniel Jones, his pass, incomplete. Bengals got a piece at the line of scrimmage. I think it was B.J. Hill, and the Giants will try for a game-tying field goal.
3 for 12 now on 3rd down of the New York Giants. The problem is they're 3 out of 4 on 4th down.
It was B.J. Hill knocking away that pass. So this will be a 47-yard field goal attempt from the left hash to try to tie the game with 10.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Greg Joseph is ready. The punter, Hawk, brand new as the holder. He puts the ball down. The kick is up, and it is no good.
No, pulled it.
Wide left. So a holder that was just signed on Friday, maybe a little bit of timing. It's a little bit off for the Giants there. The kick was no good. Wide to the left, and the Bengals will take over with a 3-point lead. We have 10:27 to go. It is 10-7 Cincinnati here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in Bengals
Bengals turns.
It's like back-to-back AFC North titles.
Impressive.
It's like the roar of the jungle.
Hooday!
It's like their quarterback swagger.
Come on, nobody's that cool.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Dave Lapham for First Star Logistics, a Bengals sponsor and one of Cincinnati's fastest growing companies. It's where you can score your next great job as a broker agent. It'll be your job to figure out and arrange the best way to ship freight across the country and around the world. First Star gives you a great base salary, plus uncapped commissions. Go for the career win. Learn more at firststarlogistics.com and tell them Lapham sent you.
First Star Logistics, opportunity knocking.
I'm Ted Karras, center for the Cincinnati Bengals. Each day I try to take steps to be my best self, working out, practicing, taking care of my body and my mental health. But what else can we do to stay on track? Scheduling a visit with your doctor can help you stay on the path to your best health. Join Kettering Health and the Cincinnati Bengals as we team up to tackle our best season yet. Visit ketteringhealth.org/Bengals to learn more.
Shop the Bengals Pro Shop for the very best selection of Bengals gear. Choose from Nike Sideline tees, polos, and new era caps. Look for your favorite player's jersey in men's, women's, and youth black or white. Want a football or bobblehead? We've got that too. Open 7 days a week. Located at Paycor Stadium Plaza level, North End Zone. Can't stop by? Then shop online at www.bengals.com/pro shop.
10 minutes, 27 seconds left in regulation. Cincinnati 10, the Giants 7 after a missed field goal by Greg Joseph. And Cincinnati will take over at its own 37-yard line as a result. The Giants have dominated time of possession here in the second half. 13 minutes to 6.5. See if the Bengals can do something offensively with a 3-point lead. Burrow in the shotgun, Chase Brown in the backfield with him. Joe catches, sticks it in the belly of Chase Brown, runs across the 40, outside the hash marks to the right, and gets tackled at the 41-yard line after a 4-yard run by Azeez Ojulari, who's had an excellent game for New York.
So the last two drives, 16 plays, 79-yard touchdown, 6 minutes and 45 seconds. They followed up 11 plays, 42 yards, and missed a field goal, 5 minutes and 14 seconds, 27 snaps, 11 minutes and 59 seconds. Keep the defense off the field. Give them a break. Move the ball.
Jamar Chase is in the backfield along with Chase Brown. 2nd and 5. Burrow back to throw. Joe pump fakes, fires over the middle. His strike is caught by T. Higgins. And T will get tackled at the 44 of New York. Drew Phillips got to him first. A lot of attention on Jamar Chase, who lined up in the backfield, and that helped open up the middle for T. Higgins for that fastball from Joe Burrow.
The Giants must be changing up coverages. They got to be. I mean, they're playing a lot of zones, maybe more zone than the Bengals expected, but it's not an easy look for Joe Burrow as he's trying to diagnose in the early stages. Then the pass rush starts to get there, and it becomes a real problem.
14 yards on that play. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both come out. Trenton Irwin in for the first time tonight. Burrow rolling right, in trouble, and he throws it toward Trenton Irwin, incomplete. Fans are reacting like they think it could have been another intentional grounding, but in this instance, Trenton Irwin was right there.
Boy, I'll tell you, and you had Chase Brown separation on Newman. If Joe Burrow could have gotten rid of the football right away, Chase Brown was available to him, and I think he would have cut some nice yards after catch. But, man, the Giants' pass rush is relentless.
T. Higgins remains out. He's got 7 catches for 77 yards. Jamar Chase is back in. He lines up to the left, along with Gesicki. 2nd down and 10 at the 44 of New York. Burrow to throw. Fires out into the flat, right side. Chase Brown will be pulled down for no gain. That's an excellent tackle. Yet another excellent tackle, this time by Drew Phillips.
Giants defensively in celebration mode. That was a pretty darn good tackle. I think the New York Giants defensively have had a very, very solid day in that regard. They do not miss a whole lot of tackles.
Chase Brown out, Zach Moss in. T. Higgins also back into the game. T goes out to the right. Zach Moss joins him. Yossi Bosch and Chase go out to the left. Gesicki also out to the left. Now Moss motions into the backfield. On 3rd and 10, Burrow is back to pass.
Oh.
Short pass over the middle, incomplete. Burrow got hit and hit hard. Joe very slow to get up. He's on his knees. And Amarius Mims will help him to his feet.
Brian Burns made the hit on him. They ran a little twist up front. They've been running some stunts, and this one got home. Penetrator, defensive tackle penetrating up the football field, consumes 2. Burns comes in totally clean. This New York Giant defensive line, they've been twisting and stunning, and that one got home.
Burrow takes a seat on the bench, taking off his helmet in frustration. Back of his head hit the ground pretty hard there on that hit.
It did.
Rico into punt. Snap is good. Nose of the ball down. Floats this one down toward the 10. And it gets fair caught at the 11-yard line by Smith Marset. So the Giants have the ball at their own 11. 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Cincinnati 10, New York 7. This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Powered by Clark's Pump and Shop, Classic Rock and Football. The Bengals and Classic Rock 92.1.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GARAGE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to get a bite to eat? Are you ready to be a winner? Red Mile Gaming and Racing is ready for you. Play on one of our 900 exciting games. Enjoy live entertainment and check out the Red Bar, our brand new sports bar and lounge. Who's ready for fun?
Classic Rock 92.1.
Get ready to get pumped up.
Baby, let's go. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
Fifth Third Better means your hometown bank partnering with your hometown team, the Cincinnati Bengals. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals.
Joe Burrow's thrown 9 incompletions in this game. He's been pressured on 6 of those. He's been sacked 4 times in the game. And he just took a serious shot there where the back of his head banged against the ground.
Well, this
Jake Browning is warming up on the sideline.
This New York Giant football team had 16 sacks in 3 games coming into this football game, and they have 5 in this game with 8 minutes left. I mean, they are legit.
Giants begin from their own 11. The Bengals lead 10-7 here in the fourth quarter. Jones turns right, fakes a handoff from the 3-yard line. He throws. It is caught. Slayton has a first down and gets spun out of bounds by Cam Taylor-Britt at the 26-yard line.
And Cam Taylor-Britt getting in dialogue with the New York Giants sideline. Forget that stuff. Just play football.
Joe Burrow's in the blue medical tent, and Jake Browning is warming up on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the back of your head like that. That can cause problems, there's no doubt.
The clock is running with 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Tracy is the running back. Jones in the gun. The Giants at their own 26. Jones catches the shotgun snap, drops straight back to throw. His pass caught on the run over the middle. And Slayton is tackled by Cam Taylor-Britt, just shy of another Giants first down.
The problem that the Bengals are having, 3rd and 4th down, they do a decent job on 3rd down, but it's such a short third down conversion. It's 4th and short. Got to do a better job on 1st and 2nd.
Quarterback sneak by Daniel Jones. He'll pick up the first down out to the 37-yard line. Joe Burrow has emerged from the blue medical tent. He's taken a seat on the bench. His helmet is off. Jake Browning has stopped warming up, and Browning has taken a seat next to Joe Burrow.
I mean, I wonder how many rushes that Daniel Jones has. Design runs. I mean, quarterback sneaks, quarterback draws, RPOs. He's been a huge factor on the ground.
1st and 10. The Giants have it at their own 37.5. Shotgun snap. Jones throws. Caught. Short of the first down. Mike Hilton making the stop. That's Wan'Dale Robinson with the catch, and he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
16-play drive, 11-play drive on their last 2 possessions. First one ends up in a touchdown. Second one ends up in a missed field goal. They're in a rhythm. The Bengals defense has to get them out of the rhythm. They're doing a great job on 1st and 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so it's 2nd down and 3. The Giants at their own 44. Jones catches the shotgun snap, looks to throw, floats one down the left sideline, incomplete. Intended for Hyatt, and that sets up 3rd down and 3.
Jones is 11 carries for 56 yards. And, you know, he didn't have, Joe had that 47-yard touchdown run, which was just massive. Jones hasn't had that kind of a burst. He has really, averaging 5 yards a carry is about what he's done. That's how it's hurt the defense. Every single time he's carried the football, he's done damage.
5 minutes, 44 seconds to go. The Bengals lead by a field goal, 10-7. The Giants have it at their own 45. 3rd and 3. They hand it off. Tracy up the middle. First down and more to the Bengals 45. Tackled at the Cincinnati 43-yard line by Miles Murphy.
And Jones does a good job of finishing the play like he has the football and going to the perimeter. And as a result, that helps soften up the middle. And Tracy does a great job of bursting up the gut.
Trey Hendrickson storms off the field and throws his helmet on the sideline. He's upset.
Giants are 4 for 13 on 3rd down now.
1st and 10 in Bengals territory at the 44. It's a handoff. Tracy running up the middle, stacked up by Logan Wilson and others at the 40-yard line, a 4-yard run. And we're inside of 5 minutes to go now, 4:58 and counting.
And even though you have a rotation of all your defensive linemen available, this is a challenge. 16-play drive, 11-play drive. These guys haven't played football in a while. It's like some of them since August and minimal snaps. So this is a big-time challenge for the guys up front to be stout.
Hendrickson still in the bench area without his helmet. 2nd down and 6 at the Cincinnati 40. Shotgun snap. Jones back to throw. His pass caught short of the first down. The tackle made at the 35, setting up 3rd down and 1. Isaiah Hodgins with the catch.
It's 4-down territory everywhere now with Brian Daboll. Forget about getting off the field on 3rd down. You got to get off the field on 4th down. And they're 3 out of their last 4 on 4th down conversions. This being a mere 3rd and 1, though.
5 defensive linemen in the game as Chris Jenkins checks in. 3 defensive tackles right over the ball. 3rd down and 1 at the Cincinnati 35. Jones under center. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Tracy. He slipped and went down. He lost a yard back to the 36. And once again, it is 4th and 2.
Now the Bengals, they showed up the first time the Giants tried this. They had a 4th down stop. And then Zach Moss fumbles the football on the Bengals possession, gave it right back to the Giants. 4 for 14 now on 3rd down. 3 for 4 on 4th down. Will they be 3 for 5?
They will not attempt a 54-yard field goal to tie it. They will go for the first down on 4th and 2. 4 defensive linemen in the game and a single high safety for Cincinnati. Jones in the shotgun. He catches on 4th and 2. He's back to throw. His pass broken up by DJ Turner. And the Bengals stop the Giants on 4th and 2 with 3:01 to go.
So that's like 2 more takeaways. The Bengals have had an interception and now 2 stops on 4th down. So, offense, respond. Please, respond. Don't give the football back.
We'll take a break. 3:01 to go. The Bengals have the ball with a 10-7 lead here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Classic Rock 92.1. Your home for the Cincinnati Bengals. Classic Rock 92.1.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text REP to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text REP to 42424. That's REP to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Members, it's here. Milo's Rewards Week deals for members only are up for grabs. Get up to 40% off store-wide on hundreds of items, including select bath products. Plus, save $10 on 1-gallon cans and $50 on 5-gallon pails of Valspar Signature paint. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today and get instant access to hundreds of Milo's Rewards Week deals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offer valid 10/10 through 10/16. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
I love me some football.
I love me some football. Bengals football. Classic Rock 92.1.
We have 3 minutes and 1 second to go. The Bengals take over at their own 36 after stopping the Giants on a 4th and 2 passing attempt. DJ Turner with the deflection. Joe Burrow is in at quarterback. So on the Bengals' last offensive play, he got hit hard. The back of his head banged against the ground. They took him into the blue medical tent and studied replays of the hit. And Joe passed concussion protocol, and he is out there and playing with 3:01 to go. The Bengals leading 10-7 here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Burrow is under center. Chase Brown is the running back. Joe takes the snap, hands it off to Chase Brown, trying to turn the left corner, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Burns with the hit. A 2-yard loss at the 34. It's 2nd down and 12, and the clock is running with 2:48 to go.
They brought Eric All in motion, and they're trying to attack the B gap, the bubble where the linebacker is. And that time, Eric All, kicked out, and Moss decided to bounce it. Didn't feel comfortable and bounced it, and Giants make a tackle for loss.
T. Higgins goes out to the left. Andre Yosibosh and Jamar Chase go out to the right. 2nd down and 12. Bengals at their own 34. Leading by 3 in the 4th quarter. We're down to 2:20 to go. Burrow taking his time. He catches the shotgun snap. Draw play handoff. Chase Brown goes nowhere. Brian Burns was there again. 3rd down and 12.
Man, well, the 2-minute warning's coming. The Giants called a timeout?
They did with 2:11 to go.
So they have 1 timeout remaining and then clock stoppage at the 2-minute warning.
So the Bengals try back-to-back running plays on a drive beginning with 3:01 left. They just put a second back on the clock. So we have 2:12 to go. Those 2 runs go for -2 and 0. And now it's 3rd down and 12.
And this is exactly where the Giants want you. 3rd down and long. They've already got 5 quarterback sacks. Joe Burrow has had to run for his life. He's been Ben Gazzara on a bunch of other snaps. This is exactly where the Giants pass rush wants you.
Chase out to the right. Higgins out to the left. It's an empty backfield for Cincinnati on 3rd down and 12. Burrow catches the shotgun snap against the 4-man rush. Begins scrambling left. Squares his shoulders. Throws downfield. Caught by Yossi.
Nice.
A 1st down in Giants territory. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line. He beat Pinnock, and Burrow delivered a strike to continue the drive.
I thought Joe might tuck it and run. He had some green, but he's coming off a big hit in the back of his head, and he looks down the football field, and Yossi catch and then tap. Unbelievable sideline awareness, gets both feet down with control of the football before he goes out of bounds.
A 29-yard gain on 3rd down and 12. We have 2:05 to go, and the Bengals have it in Giants territory. Burrow in the gun, Chase Brown off his left hip. Joe tosses it left. Chase Brown running to the 30, loses the football, and the ball's still loose. It goes out of bounds.
Ball, bring it back.
It goes out of bounds, so the Bengals will hold on to the ball.
Where he lost
Micah McFadden forced the fumble. It goes back to the point of the fumble, and the Bengals will hold on to the ball.
Oh, boy. That one was close. I mean, it's the Bengals try to fall on it, Giants try to fall on it, and it just kicks to the sideline out of bounds. Unbelievable.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go. Cincinnati 10, the Giants 7. And this is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Experience the NFL with On Location, the official hospitality provider of the NFL. On Location offers official tickets and unrivaled access to all of the NFL's premier events. With exclusive partnerships with more than 20 NFL teams, On Location brings you up close for all of the action, providing fans with unforgettable moments from draft day to Super Bowl Sunday and everything in between. Visit NFLOnLocation.com for more information. That's NFLOnLocation.com.
Bengals fans, new Goldfish Crisps are here to elevate your game day spread. Taste how Goldfish does chips in delicious flavors like cheddar, sour cream and onion, or salt and vinegar. Try them all and find your new home team favorite, available now at Kroger.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
Does your business struggle with employee medication costs? Are you losing productivity because of time off for appointments and unwelcome side effects? PGX testing is a simple cheek swab to understand how your unique genetic makeup affects the metabolization of medication, eliminating the need for trial and error prescribing. Could you save on medication cost and make up for lost productivity? Find out today at gravitydiagnostics.com. That's gravitydiagnostics.com, an official partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Skyline Conies and Waves have always been fire. When I go to Skyline, I tell them hit it with the extreme cheese.
1 minute, 58 seconds to go, and a fumble by Chase Brown that bounced out of bounds. Put Cincinnati in position to hold on and win this game. He gained 7. Before the fumble, the ball bounced and rolled forward, but they bring it back to the spot where it was forced by Micah McFadden. So it turns out to be a 7-yard gain. The Bengals have the ball at the 30 of New York. The Giants have 1 timeout left, and the Bengals have a 3-point lead. They can gain 3 yards in a couple of plays. It should be a Cincinnati win. Burrow in the gun, Chase Brown to his right. Higgins goes in motion from left to right. 3 receivers to the left side. Now Jamar Chase motioning into the backfield. They might hand it to Jamar. Burrow ready for the shotgun snap. Chase moves a little further to the left. Burrow trying to draw the Giants offside. Now he walks up and gets under center. Trying to draw the Giants offside again, and the Bengals will call a timeout.
Yep.
So a little motion. Burrow moved up under center. Hard count. He tried everything he could do to get the free 5 yards, and the Giants didn't bite.
Giants weren't least bit interested in flinching. And how about 3rd downs, Dan? 3rd and short, the Bengals had difficulty. Last week they did. They stumbled on 2 3rd and 1s and a 3rd and 2. They convert on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14 in the football game. Today, 3rd and 18, 47-yard touchdown by Joe Burrow. 3rd and 12, 29-yard completion by Joe Burrow to Yoshi. I mean, forget it. Forget about 3rd and short. The Bengals are much better facing 3rd and long. It's crazy.
2nd down and 3 with 1:58 to go. The Bengals line up in a pistol formation with Chase Brown behind Joe Burrow. All goes in motion. They give it to Chase Brown.
Nice.
He's got the first down. 4. Up the middle of the field. 10, 5. Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown! Bengals with 1:52 to go. And that is coffin nails.
Bam, bam, bam. And Chase Brown, once he crossed the line of scrimmage, it's almost like he stuck his hand up to say goodbye. I mean, he knew that he was in the end zone. He was going to hit his head on the goalpost. I mean, this guy has that explosion, man. He's got that straight line speed, and he was straight line on that one, up the gut for 6.
A 30-yard touchdown run for number 30, Chase Brown. Evan McPherson in to kick the extra point to try to give Cincinnati a 10-point lead. His kick is up. It is good. And with 1:52 to go, the Bengals are on top, 17-7. We'll take a break here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Bengals fans, new Goldfish Crisps are here to elevate your game day spread. Taste how Goldfish does chips in delicious flavors like cheddar, sour cream and onion, or salt and vinegar. Try them all and find your new home team favorite, available now at Kroger.
Bengals fans, the jungle awaits. Now's the time to join the Bengals season ticket wait list.
Claim your place on the wait list for just $150 per seat. You'll get first priority to purchase Bengals season tickets when they become available. Plus, get first access to single game tickets and playoff tickets while supplies last.
Some things are worth the wait. Join the season ticket wait list today and rule the jungle with us. Visit Bengals.com or call the Bengals ticket hotline at 513-621-8383.
With unlimited plans from Mike's Car Wash, the more you wash, the more you save. And you can wash as often as you want. You'll love the value of an unlimited wash plan from Mike's Car Wash. Unlimited plans available at all 40 Mike's Car Wash locations. Open daily, 7 to 9.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
Bengals have 2 touchdowns tonight, a 47-yard run by Joe Burrow and a 30-yard run by Chase Brown. It is 17-7 Cincinnati, 1:52 left here on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. The fans are going in 2 different directions. Everybody wearing blue headed for the exits, and the fans wearing orange headed toward the lower bowl to celebrate what they think is going to be a Cincinnati win. It's not over yet. Up by 10, 1:52 to go. The Giants have 1 timeout left. Evan McPherson ready to kick it off. Money Mac approaches the ball at the 35 and lets it fly toward the end zone. And it will be a touchback as it bounces 9 yards deep. Daniel Jones and company will start from the 30. Down by 10 points.
The Bengals have 306 yards on 50 snaps. They got a 47-yard touchdown run, a 30-yard touchdown run, a 29-yard reception by Yoshi. Those 3 plays, 106 of the 306. So that means 47 snaps for 200 yards. They struggled the rest of the game. The Giants, 283 yards on 67 snaps, 17 more than the Bengals.
Chase has a 33-yard catch as well. 1st and 10, Jones back to throw. Delivers before getting hit by Trey Hendrickson. The ball pops out. It's scooped up by Osai, and it's ruled an incomplete pass.
Boy, so that's even more crazy. You had Chase's 33-yard reception, and I mean, the Bengals got some explosives, but on a snap-to-snap basis, it was a struggle.
Higgins had a 24 as well left.
Jeez, it's crazy.
So it's all about 5 plays.
Yeah, it's 5 plays. And the rest of it was tough sledding.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Jones back to throw. Here comes Hendrickson. He's got him.
Nice.
A blindside sack. 2nd of the game for Trey Hendrickson. Back at the 23-yard line. And the Giants will call their final timeout with 1:38 to go.
And man, that's tough sledding right there. If you're a tackle and Trey Hendrickson, all he is going to do is try to get to the quarterback as quickly as possible.
You know, now that I think of it, Lap, the last time the Bengals played in this stadium, a win over the Jets, Hendrickson had one of the best games of his career. He had multiple sacks and a couple of forced fumbles in that win over the Jets.
Man, 163 yards on 5 plays. 45 plays netted the Bengals a roaring 143 yards. Unreal.
The Giants are out of timeouts, 1:41 to go, and it's 3rd down and 16 after that sack by Trey Hendrickson. He's hit Jones on each of the last 2 plays. Shotgun snap, Jones back to throw. The protection is better this time. He fires downfield, nearly intercepted by Cam Taylor. There's a penalty flag down. It looked like he's going to be called for interfering with Jalen Hyatt with 1:36 left.
Yeah, they're saying he went over his back, went through him over his back to make a play on the football. Now there's a conference going on amongst the
pass interference. Number 29 defense. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul, automatic. 1st down.
So that keeps the Giants alive with 1:36 to go. They overcome 3rd and 16 on the penalty called on Cam Taylor-Britt.
Interestingly enough, the 5 big plays by the Cincinnati Bengals, 5 different players. Everybody stepped up and made one explosive.
3 defensive linemen in the game for Cincinnati. Jones trying to draw the Bengals offside. They don't bite. Again, another fake snap. Now he has the ball. 4-man rush for Cincinnati. Here's a throw over the middle. A sliding attempt by Robinson. And it is a catch in Bengals territory at the 44. Clock running. We're down to 1:22 to go. The Giants are lined up, and they'll clock it, spiking the ball into the ground to stop the clock with 1:21 left at the Cincinnati 44-yard line.
The New York Giants offensively, as a football team, really have played a very clean game. They have 2 penalties on the day for 9 yards. The Bengals have been penalized 6 times for 67 yards. One of them was nullified a touchdown. That was a big time problem.
You know, the Giants did have that one penalty that wiped out a 56-yard catch, so it doesn't go as penalty yardage, but it did cost them a big play.
Yeah, that's true.
1:21 to go, 2nd and 10 for the Giants. The Bengals leading 17-7 here in the Meadowlands. Jones ready for the shotgun snap. He catches. The Bengals send 4.
Ooh.
Jones rolling right. He throws. It is caught. And Johnson, the rookie tight end, gets out of bounds. He's short of the 1st down, but he stops the clock with 1:14 to go.
Yeah, you add the 30-some-odd yards of that snap that was nullified. That makes the horse of a different color. You're approaching, you're well over 40 yards in penalty yards if you add that in there. You don't, but it was a factor. It's hidden yards, as they say.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for New York. 1:14 left. The Bengals up by 10, and the Giants are at the Cincinnati 37-yard line. Jones in the gun. Tracy lines up a couple of steps to his right. Danny Dimes catches the shotgun snap, fires a quick pass. It's caught at the Cincinnati 31. Slayton wrapped up and tackled by Jalen Davis inbounds at the 28. So the clock will run. We're down to 1:01 to go and counting. Inside of a minute to go now. 57 seconds left. The Giants will spike it into the ground to stop the clock with 55 seconds remaining. They're going to bring out their field goal kicker. Try to pull within 7 and then attempt an onside kick.
Down 2 scores, you're going to have to get to some way, somehow. And you look at it, the Giants came into today's game 3rd in the NFL in time of possession. They'll have over 70 snaps to the Bengals 50. Their time of possession is going to swell after this one.
This will be a 45-yard attempt for Joseph. He missed from 47 earlier in the 4th quarter. Hawk is the holder. The snap, the placement, The kick is on its way. It is no good.
He missed that too.
He missed it left.
Wow.
And the Bengals are going to win. They've got the ball back with 51 seconds to go, up by 10.
How apropos is it that the New York Giants are having trouble converting field goals after the Bengals' woes last week cost them a football game trying to kick a field goal to win it.
So the strategy to try to get the field goal first before attempting the onside kick only works if you make the field goal.
That's very true.
Bengals can take a knee. They'll have to do it twice, and they will have their second win of the year. Burrow takes the snap. He takes a knee, and tick, tick, tick goes the clock with 45 seconds to go. Once it's inside of 40, it'll take one more snap.
How about Lou Anarumo's much maligned defense giving up 7 points in this football game?
Burrow takes a knee, and that will do it. The Bengals get a big win in the Big Apple, and defense is the difference.
Yes.
Lou's crew getting it done tonight, holding the Giants to just one touchdown as the Bengals win it 17-7.
Unbelievable. You never know in this game of football. People thought, boy, both these teams are scoring points. This will be a high-scoring football game. Can never assume anything. You know how that old saying goes. You know what assume means. Can be a real problem.
So the Bengals scored 38 last week and lost. They score 17 tonight and win by double digits. Go figure.
Unbelievable.
Final score, Cincinnati 17, the Giants 7. Stay tuned for the postgame show coming up. You've been listening to Bengals football on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
This is the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network. Bengals football has been brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the